media, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go for a Tuesday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Happy New Year. 2022 is here. Thanks for joining us. We do have a great program lined up for you today. Woke News, we'll get you caught up on what's happening out there. What'd you do that's new? Tracing trauma. Naomi Bradshaw drops by to tell us what's up for the new year. Ross Thoughts, Trivia, Stephen Kramer today. Plus your calls and text all day long. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Oh, Happy New Year.
Straight ahead, producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
Comedy alien, Mr. Ross Patch.
What's up, Jim?
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Don't forget about us on social, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. That's at The Jim Colbert Show. On Twitter, just at Jim Colbert Show. And you can find us every day right here on Real Radio 104.1 at jimcolbertlive.com. That's where the blogs are. What is up, everybody?
Nothing much.
All right, everybody excited about 2022?
I am.
You are.
I'm ready for this nutty, crazy experience that we have that we call the Jim Colbert Show. I'm ready for another round.
I am too, Ben. I got to tell you, 2 weeks. I like a good vacation, but I have found that my vacations need to be about 4 days because after 2 weeks, man, I have to tell you, I start gnawing on my own fingers. I just don't do well with idle time sometimes. And
next year I'm going to Australia.
Yeah, no joke. I got to tell you, it's funny. My daughter went to London this year for Christmas. Her boyfriend is from South Africa.
Nice.
His sister lives in London. They went over there to visit, right? She gets COVID and is stuck in London.
Oh.
Well, not a bad place to be stuck.
It's not. The problem is you can't go outside.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do anything. You can't feel that Dickens-like kind of London charm for the Christmas season because you're stuck inside with COVID.
It's more 28 days.
Yeah. She and she's the one, if you guys will remember, in March of 2020, she got it like bad. She was one of the first people I knew that had it.
She just got back from a trip to Mexico.
So if you'll remember, she was in Seattle, right? That's where it started here in the U.S. Our first cases came out of Seattle. That's where my daughter lives. She was in Tacoma. So she went on a trip to Cancun with some friends because she works for an airline. She flies all over the world for free.
Yeah.
So she went to Cancun with some friends. She got so sick in Mexico. And by the way, you'll remember there was that group from Texas that went down there for spring break.
Oh, right,
and when they came back, they were one of the groups that got a lot of credit. Not the credit you want, but got a lot of credit for being, spreaders. She was not part of that group, but really kind of part of that group. She was so sick when they came back, they took her straight to the hospital, not even home. She got it again.
Wow.
Triple, quadruple vaccinated. I think she even has some extra vaccination she just takes for fun.
Yeah.
And still got it. Not as bad, though, but she did get it. But she's on her way home today, I believe. But, man, it's been a very busy week. We had the puppies right before we went to break. You'll know we got these little puppies, right?
Yeah,
so cute.
Yeah.
So cute.
Brother and sister.
Mm-hmm.
Together forever?
Remy and Sammy, right?
Nah, Sadie and Sammy.
Sadie and Sammy.
Oh, my God.
Sorry.
Mark that.
A Rammy?
Mark
Remy.
Deb incorrectly remembered something.
My God, and a dog, nonetheless.
Yeah, it was a dog's name.
Wow, what happened to Deb?
And not just a dog, but a puppy.
Yeah.
Did you fall on your head? You slip on the ice?
Okay?
Hit your head?
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay, well, I don't know about that. Either way.
How disrespectful.
I do have some news about the puppies, but here's what happened, right? So my 2-week vacation.
Wait. Is this going to cause me to hate you?
My 2-week vacation
Oh, hell yeah.
turned into basically a 2-week class in puppy sitting because puppies are a lot like babies. They eat and then they poop and pee and then they sleep. And they do that about every 3 hours. So every 3 hours, you live your life in 3-hour increments. All the moms know, all the new dads know. And when I say that, it means all the moms know. And it is, it can be frustrating. So I was kind of tied to the house the entire break. We didn't do anything. We didn't go anywhere. For New Year's, we didn't go anywhere. We had family over for Christmas and whatnot. But yeah, it was an interesting break. Hanging out at the house a lot.
With puppies.
Yes, with puppies.
Well,
most of the time.
What?
Deborah, listen. Deb, listen for a second.
When the birds and the bees.
Right? Yeah.
Well, that's how he ended up with the puppies.
No,
yeah.
yeah. So,
What?
Well, throw in some hawks.
so here's what happened.
Oh, no.
No, stop.
Jack.
No, don't say that, Jack. Oh, by the way,
It's going to make you look better.
that's a legit.
Oh, no.
That's a legit concern where I am. By the way,
Absolutely.
I mean, we don't really let them get more than 10 feet from us because my horror show is turning around to see a hawk flying away
Or
with
an
our
owl.
2.5-pound dog, which would be quite easy. One talon.
What he meant to say was the gator from the lake on his property
Right.
got him.
So here's what happened.
Bow and arrow incident.
No, it wasn't a bow and arrow incident.
Oh, you're not telling me the puppy got hurt.
No. Puppy's not hurt. Puppy's fine. However, I have to tell you something else about the puppies. You know, the small one, Sadie, is tiny. She's only 2.5 pounds now. She's been eating solid for 3 weeks, and she's just now a little over 2.5 pounds. I rolled over on her,
Oh.
Oh, man.
and it was scary. It was scary because we were playing, and she went missing, and she's a pee-pee monster. I don't know if you
and
know that.
found out she was under your ass.
And she was
Seriously, was she stuck in the crack of your
No,
ass?
stop, no, it wasn't that bad. She may still be there. I don't know. I
Let
noticed
one
a weird
go.
sound when I was showering today. So I'm lying on my side and I'm playing with them both, and she disappears, right? And she's the one with the pee-pee problem. And so when I was on my side, I didn't even turn completely over. Like I didn't turn and lay flat on my back to say, "Hey, where are you?" I literally just turned like my top part, my torso over to see where she was. She had wedged herself into in
Small of
between
your back?
the small of the back and the floor.
Your back bosom.
So when I leaned over, it put quite a bit of my weight on her little head and neck.
Oh, what happened?
Well, we had to wind up taking her. I mean, I was out of my mind. I was losing my mind.
Did she yelp?
Oh, she yelped. She made a different kind of sound than the normal "I'm playing with you" sound. Well, it turns out she was fine. Everything was good. She was a little wobbly for a day, but but she's good now.
I'm surprised it took that long.
She doesn't see color and she doesn't smell anymore, but it's fine. Everything's good. No, she's perfectly fine. But it was horrifying. So they fought all the time, right? So as we started kind of looking at our schedules and stuff, I kind of came to the realization that, and we both did, that
Still gonna hate you more.
No, see, the dog idea was really my wife's. I really wasn't in the market for a dog because Dex had gone. I really wasn't in the mode to do that yet.
Bye-bye, fault.
And responsibility, your twin.
I'm not trying to skirt my responsibility.
You just neo'd it.
Stop it. I didn't do any of that.
You just bullet-timed responsibility. I'm learning from the best.
So we named him Keanu. No, Neo. So we rehomed Sammy. So Sammy, the brother, is now with another family. Because listen, Deb, listen for a second.
No, you listen to me.
No, I'm not done. Let me tell you the
No,
whole story.
you're not done.
Deb, let me tell you the whole story. The whole story is my wife can take Sadie to work because Sadie is so small. She's got her own office and a little kennel. Sadie can go to work with my wife.
Right.
I leave the house at like 11:30 or 12 to come here every day.
Right.
We don't get home until 7:45 at night. My wife leaves work, drives to Pilates, does Pilates, and then comes home. I didn't feel it was fair to leave the dog home for like 8-9 hours a day.
You bring him in. Jack is
I can't do
magnanimous enough that he would have allowed that.
Not a chance. I'm not setting the precedent for the
Maybe I
entire
hate you more.
building to bring in their damn dogs. So what happened is Code Black and his wife now have Sammy. So he has a good home. By the way, they have another Shih Tzu.
We call him Code Sammy.
They have another. They have another Shih Tzu. So it has a play. We can.
Okay.
They can see each other all the time. They've already had a play date, and everything's fine.
Do they know that you gave them your least favorite pup out of the two?
Yeah, they do now.
They do know that. Yes,
Yeah.
he was that. I mean, he's not the. I mean, she's the runt. He's not the runt. I mean, he's a big old I mean, I say big old burly. He's like 4 pounds, but he's a nasty endeavor.
Does Code Sammy know you gave up on him?
Right, here's the thing. Code Sammy does it. Here's the best part of the entire story. Code Black had no idea what was happening.
Oh, no.
Oh, he comes over. He comes over Saturday, Christmas night. No. This past weekend, we have a tradition where we burn all of our Christmas trees. all of the.
There's nothing more Jim Colbert than that statement right there.
Mark it.
Mark it. Show title.
We have a Christmas tradition where everybody brings over their old tree. We burn them in our burn pit out back. And when he came over, he just looks at me.
Effigy?
He just looks at me. He goes, "I would tear your face off right now if I could. This puppy will not shut up yiping all night long." But anyway.
Yeah, because he's separated from his sister
It's
and
fine.
the world that he knew.
That happens all the time.
Uh-huh.
We figured we'd do it now.
Right.
So anyway, we have one puppy now. Sadie is the only puppy in our house. Sammy is now is done.
I like
I'm
this.
not done.
Gone.
but I mean,
Hawk.
Yeah.
Hawk.
Rest in peace.
it's not rest in peace. He's with a loving family. What are you rest in peace in? There he goes, though.
Yeah. There goes the pup.
Teared off the big nest.
I like this Christmas
joke.
tree tradition, man, because burning Christmas trees is heavy hail Santa vibe.
it's-
Yeah, but you can't get that plastic. You scrape it off your pavers. It takes forever.
Yeah, no. They don't burn the plastic ones. They're fire retardant. We tried. No, we burn the ones that are dry. Let me tell you something. A 7-foot dry Christmas tree
Will go up like a match.
creates about a 40,000-foot fire that burns hotter than the face of hell for about 20 seconds.
Hail Santa!
I'll tell you exactly what it feels like. Remember the Jaws ride at Universal?
Yeah, oh yeah.
The first,
Yeah.
the first propane thing where you're like, God dang, man, is that safe?
I feel that.
Right? You feel that times 2. Like
What?
when you throw one of those sap riddled dry Christmas
Yeah.
trees onto a burning hot fire, and it is instant. There is no, hey, let's wait for it to catch. The instant it hits, it is a ball of death.
That's what 2 guys found out at the Key West Pier.
Yeah, no doubt.
What was that all about? I
They
didn't see it.
they put a flaming Christmas tree and damaged the buoy that's been greeting visitors
The,
in
the
Key West.
southernmost point.
Yeah.
Come on.
So there's
How
a
long
big
is it?
scorch mark on
Yep,
it.
because they put a flaming Christmas
was
tree on it.
Was it the crackhead that burned down the senator? He said, we like to burn stuff down in Florida.
Yeah, we do.
All right, 407-916-1041. I'm sure we have tons to talk about when it comes to everybody's weekend. Everybody have a good holiday season?
Oh, yeah.
Mine was a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Slam dunk.
Brothers were in town. Your fiance's brothers were in town. You were loaded with family.
I had a phenomenal Christmas.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah.
Texter Real Mobile 77031. Code Sammy about to be part of the 2022 Summer of Stuff.
We'll be giving away a 1-year-old dog in about 3 months.
Well, someone did ask if Jimmy gave Code Black the puppy with the broken spine.
No, I didn't give the puppy without no broken spines. Although my wife will not let me get within 3 feet of the thing anymore.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
She loves me though. That dog loves me.
Anything small and fragile,
And let me tell-
nope, get away.
I told my wife I've never, and I don't usually have a lot of anxiety. I don't do the anxiety thing so much.
I have some to give you.
When those dogs were in my house, I told my wife, I called her one day at work. I said, "Man, this is killing me. Like I can't. You can't walk. You shuffle. You just shuffle your feet like you're perpetually like moonwalking forward.
Yeah, you're
Because
Frankenstein.
You can't step, and they sneak up on you, man. It was terrifying me.
Got to put a little bell on him.
Well, that's exactly what we tried to do with that Sammy son bitch. He just laid down and acted dead. He hates everything.
I like how you become like you get 2 puppies and you just become Ernest gets 2 puppies. I don't know where they are.
Yeah, they
I think I
were.
rolled over on one, paralyzed it, but it's okay. Wobbly, can't see or
He's
smell.
smart as hell and very independent. He'll be fine, Dad. Everything's good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 407-916-1041. We did a ton of stuff to talk about. Everybody's personal experiences throughout the holidays, New Year's resolutions. We have...
You right?
Yeah, just a little something in my throat.
Was that a resolution?
Yeah.
Maybe that wasn't your resolution. I hope. What's coming up for news?
Well, a South Florida TV reporter and a congressman are among those still stuck on I-95. Florida's daily COVID-19 cases remain high, and a man who was kidnapped as a child reunites with his birth family thanks to a map drawn from memory.
Damn, really?
Yeah, we'll tell you that and a whole lot more coming up during Woke News.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Welcome back to 2022. The Jim Colbert Show is live. We're on the air. Deb's News is up next. Stay tuned.
I have puppies.
You're asking an awful lot of that magic eraser. For some extra elbow grease, tell your smart speaker to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
Well, traffic is finally loosening up from an accident blocking the shoulder north on the turnpike between State Road 50 and Mineola. Further north on I-75, we have an accident just north of the Sumter-Marion County line. It's still causing delays, so heads up if you're traveling this way. You might want to use 301 or U.S. Highway 27. Eastbound I-4 still slow near 535. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Amtrak. Get back to visiting new and exciting places across the U.S. on Amtrak. It isn't just about the destination, it's about the journey. Without busy airports or cramped car rides. With no middle seats, extra legroom, and even private rooms. Book now at Amtrak.com. Adventurous journeys just an Amtrak away.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Finding the right person for the job isn't easy. Just ask someone who hired their personal trainer as a caterer.
All right, folks, let's keep this line moving. You there with the Toms. Picking up one Duchess potato at a time will not cut it at my catering table. Drop and give me 50.
But if you've got an insurance question, you can always count on your local Geico agent. They can bundle your policies, which could save you hundreds.
Okay, this is what we call the wild mushroom and asparagus dip, and press. Come on, let's get those plates above your heads.
For expert help with all your insurance needs, visit geico.com/local today.
Hey there, I'm Attorney Mo DeWitt. I enjoy long walks on the beach and pursuing justice. Injured on the go? You already know. Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com. Office Orlando. 866-CALL-MO.
When couples come into International Diamond Center looking for engagement rings, they have lots of pictures from websites, from Pinterest, from designers they love, and 99% of the time, we have what they want.
The brands that we carry are the brands the consumer asks for, the girls ask for, your future bride asks for.
IDC owner Keith LeClaire explains how IDC is always on the cutting edge because we partner with the world's leading designers, names like Tacori, Verragio, Henry Dawsey, and dozens more.
Fashions come and go, but why do some brands stay forever? It's because they stay relevant.
IDC was chosen by these acclaimed designers, in most cases, as the exclusive retail partner in the region.
We try to provide the best of the best at the most current merchandise in the market today.
International Diamond Center, giving you access to the most sought-after brands in the world with a 5-star shopping experience with no compromises.
We want people to feel comfortable, relax, educate them, give them high quality for the right price.
Store hours and more at shopidc.com.
Here's what Fence Outlet customers have to say about their experience.
I gotta tell you, the people at Fence Outlet were awesome. No games, just great prices. I called a couple other companies and they just were not helpful. And most of them had prices that were 20% higher than Fence Outlet. Plus, Fence Outlet had so many style options. The whole process was actually easy. And in no time at all, I had the fence I really wanted and my dogs could run free. Thanks, Fence Outlet.
See for yourself. Go to fenceoutlet.com. That's fenceoutlet.com.
Because injuries to muscles and ligaments don't show up on an x-ray, the insurance companies will use it as an excuse not to pay. But we work with doctors who can see what x-rays can't, giving you a case insurance companies can't ignore. Farah and Farah, here for you, here for good.
Orlando.
Mills Air in business since 1992 here in Central Florida. That's over 29 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier Factory authorized dealers. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect upcoming breakdowns. Go to millsair.com.
Sip and save at Circle K with our new drink subscription. Enjoy one coffee or fountain drink every day for only $5.99 a month. Sign up in-store or at CircleK.com. Circle K. Take it easy.
One day you're serving in the military, and then the next day you come home and you're dealing with an injury.
Britton is in recovery from an addiction to prescription opioids.
My opioid misuse and need got so strong. Addiction is hard. You're not going to fix it on your own. You have to reach out for help. The recovery side of it is amazing. You get to a place where you're proud of yourself again.
If you or someone you know is struggling, there is hope. Recovery is possible. Visit cdc.gov/RxAwareness.
Why does Walgreens offer copays as low as $0 and 90-day refills? Because we care about Medicare, so you don't have to. I mean, do you really care to hear me go on about same-day prescription delivery making your life easier? Or how there's a pharmacy expert available 24/7 and one-click refills? Well, I just did anyways. Fill your Medicare prescriptions with Walgreens and save.
$0 copays apply to Tier 1 generic drugs and select plans with Walgreens as a preferred pharmacy. Restrictions apply. See walgreens.com/Medicare for complete details.
Discover your rhythm at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Tampa. Play your instrument of choice with the hottest slots and table games. Live in pure harmony with rooms and suites designed for rock royalty. Experience a unique blend of dining options at our award-winning restaurants and amp up your evening with our exciting concert lineup. Discover your rhythm at Tampa's premier resort destination, Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Tampa. Must be 21 to play slots or table games. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Rising natural gas prices and colder weather are leading to higher energy bills for many this winter. Duke Energy can help you prepare now. Visit our website for no or low-cost energy saving tips to help lower your bill. You'll also find other helpful resources, such as information about installment plans and financial assistance for qualified customers. For more, visit duke-energy.com/winterbill. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
I'm Steven Rennell, the host of the Meat Eater podcast and the Netflix original series Meat Eater. As a hunter and wildlife enthusiast, the question comes up, how can you justify killing and eating animals that you love and protect? Well, that's part of what we wrangle with on the Meat Eater podcast, along with broader and often funnier discussions about living an outdoor life in the modern world. We insist on sharing challenging opinions to inspire thought and action. Listen to the Meat Eater podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Hope you had a wonderful holiday season. Hope you're already having an incredible 2022. I know that we are. We're super excited to get back to work and do our thing for sure. Welcome back. I am Jim, Jack, and Ross. They sit right over there. Let's get the check on the news. Here's Deb.
And now, it's time for Woke News. It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world. On the Jim Colbert Show.
And thankfully kicking off 2022 like we did in 2021. Woke News brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that saint of a man, that mortgage guy, Don. Give him a listen when he's also host of the Home Loans Radio Show. All right, a South Florida investigative reporter is among the drivers stranded on I-95 in Virginia overnight after yesterday's snowstorm.
This story is everywhere.
As well as Senator Tim Kaine.
That's right, yeah.
CBS 4's Jim DeFeeti tweeted this morning he'd been stuck in his car for nearly 24 hours. He said he left New York at 10 a.m. Monday and had been in the same spot in Quantico, Virginia for almost 18 hours and wasn't moving.
Okay, so I saw the story everywhere. I didn't read much about it. I was like, oh, okay, traffic back up. The weather's bad. I mean, it happens all the time. What's actually causing it?
Well, from what I saw was that there was a wreck.
Yeah, semis.
And black ice.
A couple semis, and then I guess where it was located, trying to get people out, and it was just chaos. So we have a couple videos at JimColbertLive.com, and you can actually see coverage of it, but they have some videos and talking to someone who was stuck in it, and it's just
15, 18 hours.
Yeah.
What a nightmare.
27. It's still close.
Senator Tim Kaine in there for 27 hours.
It's still close.
What?
It's still, people are still sitting there. So Virginia Governor Ralph Northam says drivers who've been stranded all night on I-95 will soon be put in touch with emergency services like warming centers. Yeah, well, that would have been nice 18 hours ago.
Yeah. How about just somebody come down there with some gas cans?
Northam tweeted an update as drivers remain deadlocked on the interstate, nowhere to go. Transportation officials call the incident that began in Fredericksburg, the Fredericksburg area, unprecedented. Again, acknowledging some people have still been trapped in their vehicles for more than 24 hours. It's still closed. As Jack just said, Senator Tim Kaine is in that. A lot of folks, thousands of vehicles are still stuck on I-95.
I'm guessing that's a road you don't want to walk on the side of after this clears up.
One trucker was saying he saw some. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not for a while.
So we're at 19 hours right now?
27.
27 hours.
Senator Tim Kaine has been in his vehicle for 27 hours. And then, of course, you've got people who are diabetic. You have people with babies. You have a Florida family. Pets. You have a Florida family that got on the road with nothing but fruit and water, not thinking they were going to be stranded for 18 hours on I-95.
Damn.
So then you've got people abandoning their vehicles and walking up the middle of ramps trying to find any open restaurant. That's not safe. So it's an absolute nightmare. And what a lot of people are saying is like, this is the Northeast. You knew
Right.
this storm was coming.
Right.
How is it that a major interstate in the United States is still shut down more than 24 hours later when you knew the weather was coming?
Yeah.
All right, the CDC is reporting over 51,000 new cases of COVID-19 in Florida from yesterday. The Florida Hospital Association's latest data shows over 5,200 people were admitted with COVID-19 in the state on Monday. That's up from 4,400 on December 31st. They're now saying that 98% of all of the new COVID cases diagnosed in the United States are Omicron.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas just 2
Omicron.
weeks ago, it was only 38% of the cases.
Let me ask something, though, because I really have been, when I say checked out, I mean, I just started kind of scanning news yesterday.
So we had a pandemic.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, okay.
I checked completely out. What is the death rate? I mean, I know with Omicron, it's virtually zero. I know that there's one confirmed case of Omicron death.
One confirmed case of Omicron death with a vaccine. It's higher without the vaccine.
Yeah, but I'm not hearing a death rate. I'm not hearing any death rates. All I'm hearing is a lot of people have it, some hospitalizations, but I'm not hearing the word death a lot.
Well, the hospitals are starting to fill up now. You have one Florida hospital that it's affected their labor and delivery unit. So you're seeing more hospitalizations, but thankfully we're not seeing like the ass kicking we got from Delta.
Right. It's not as deadly. However, vaccinated have better protection against it than un.
And it's highly transmissible. And now there's the new variant IHU, IHU, which they say is supposed to be even more virulent than Omicron.
One or two cases of that in France right now, though, right?
Yeah, but I mean, remember Omicron was like, there's Omicron, and then now it's like 7% of all the cases.
IHU though.
Yeah, IHU.
I liked Omicron. Omicron's my favorite name. Omicron. I must fulfill the Omicron prophecy.
IHU sounds like a breakfast place or a grocery place you've never heard of in the Pacific Northwest.
It's bag cereal IHOP.
I thought Delta was kind of a cool name, but I'm sure the airline was happy for Omicron to come along.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, residents of Volusia County are able to access free COVID-19 tests today. Family Health Source is giving away COVID-19 testing kits across 3 locations. So the giveaway in DeLand is taking place in the parking lot at East Hubbard Avenue. The event in Deltona is located at the Family Health Source Clinic parking lot at Deltona Boulevard. The third event is at the Family Health Source parking lot in Pearson.
Saw a bunch of those testing sites absolutely mobbed.
They're mobbed. Yeah.
I mean mobbed.
I think it's like at least 12 days, if not more, that they've reached capacity before 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Some people getting there at 4 in the morning and not alone in line as it is. Now, a new mask policy took effect today in Orange County Public Schools. Superintendent Barbara Jenkins announced yesterday that all adults, that means employees, visitors, vendors, parents alike, will need to wear a mask in an Orange County Public School building and vehicles. Policy is in effect for the rest of the month. Now, masks are strongly encouraged for students, but because of a state law, they are not required. Protesters responsible for disrupting the start of a news conference by Governor Ron DeSantis in Jacksonville this morning. DeSantis was scheduled to speak at about 10:15 this morning at the Florida Department of Health in Duval County, but protesters gathered and demanded to speak to the governor.
Okay.
Among the group was Northside Coalition President Ben Frazier, who was led out of the building in handcuffs. DeSantis was in Jacksonville to announce the state is ready to open a monoclonal antibody treatment site when the federal government provides more supply. A necropsy performed on a rare Malayan tiger that was killed after grabbing an idiot's arm indicates that it died quickly. Naples Zoo says in a statement that Eco the tiger died of internal bleeding. Dr. Kelsey Stovall's report finds that the bullet wound went through the tiger's left shoulder into blood vessels near its heart. State and federal investigators are still probing the animal's death, and the man who stuck his arm into its enclosure could also face charges.
He needs, that has to start happening. These complete douchebags who do this stuff have to start paying a price for this. It can't just be the injury anymore. Because the tiger, it's in a cage for a reason. Right. Now it's dead because it tigered.
Right.
All it did was tiger. And all you did was stupid.
What was this guy's motivation?
It doesn't matter.
26 years old, part of a cleaning service. He wasn't even an employee of the zoo. He was there to clean up around it. I guess, thought it was a big, cute kitty and stuck his arm through the enclosure to pet it.
Yeah,
and then
man.
the tiger was like, yeah, you smell like meat.
Right,
Oh,
yeah.
hey, man, is that a tiger?
Right.
Oh, man, that's
Seriously, why does
Yeah.
the dumb get to survive?
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, there has to be a penalty for that.
I
mean,
don't
there-
think the guy should die.
No, I don't
the
think he
guy
should die.
I mean,
Jeez, Ross.
yeah,
What?
goddamn.
No, I
Ross
didn't
is coming in
evil.
hot.
I thought he was the one who
Seriously.
insinuated that.
It kind of felt like you did.
No, it was whatever.
You tried to blame it on somebody else and ran out of You ran out of people.
He was being nice.
I was referring to Deb saying, is that why did he have to survive?
Right, well, stupid lives.
Yeah, it does.
Stupid lives. Man, stupid lives.
Hey, man, there's a cool little pet right there, man.
You know what they should do? They should charge them.
Yes.
For replacing the tiger.
There's only 200 left of them in the wild.
No, I'm dead serious. How much is a tiger? What's it, 10, 15, 20 grand for a tiger puppy?
Tiger puppy.
I'm telling you, how much is a tiger pup? I mean, look, we just had TV shows talking about this over and over and over.
Well,
how
they're
much
not-
are they?
They're not pups.
$200.
Whatever.
$200. He knows a guy.
The person who does that should have to pay for the replacement tiger for the zoo.
I agree.
That's what should happen.
Except
This type of tiger, there's only, 200 in the wild?
In the wild.
well, then
I mean,
he
and
better start
there's
saving.
and there's one less,
That's going to show up on your credit score.
It was a zoo, but still.
So let me get this straight, sir. You stop paying on a tiger?
Yeah. You can't buy this Hyundai.
Just give him the code black.
Good news for our tourism industry. Hotel tax collections are up in Orange County, including in Orlando. Now, Orange County's comptroller says the so-called tourist development tax generated $25 million during the month of November alone. Now, that's a 184% increase over a year ago, and the second highest November collection on record, which means even pre-pandemic, people were just itching to get the hell out of the house, go to a hotel.
Oh, yeah.
A staycation, vacation, whatever. It's also $3.6 million more than in October's collections and only about $700,000 below the pre-pandemic level of November 2019. Now, while the comptroller welcomes the strong November numbers, he cautioned the Omicron variant's recent, quote, meteoric rise is an unfortunate reminder that uncertainty and challenges lie ahead with the pandemic, end quote.
I'll just keep my eyes on the theme parks.
No doubt.
That's what I'm doing. Just
No
keep your eyes
doubt.
on the theme parks.
Not even.
Whatever they're doing, that's what the state's going to do.
Well, housing market, let's try that. 3 Florida cities have made the top 10 list for 2022's hottest housing markets.
This is an insane market.
Zillow released its rankings for the top markets in the United States, and Tampa is number 1. We've talked about this before. I think it was a Wallet Hub survey, but according to Zillow chose Tampa because of its relative affordability and high job growth. Jacksonville came in at number 2 on the list, followed by Orlando at number 9. Other areas of the country are Raleigh, North Carolina, came in at number 3, followed by San Antonio, Charlotte, Nashville, Atlanta, Phoenix, and Austin.
I'm telling you, the Carolinas, specifically North Carolina, is in 15 years is going to be one of those precautionary tales of people like Orlando. People are like, oh my God, I moved here to have a great time and have some space. And now there are people blanking everywhere. And that's what's going to happen because that climate's unbelievable. It's a beautiful area. The people are nice.
Petey Pablo?
Petey Pablo lives there.
Going braze up.
Well, if it's not Tampa, Jacksonville, or Orlando, it turns out the entire state of Florida is among the nation's top relocation destination.
All that property in Jacksonville is so cheap around that area.
Yeah.
My guys, you literally can buy acres and acres of forest up there in North Florida for nothing. For nothing.
Just
it is
trees.
Free.
Well, a list by United Van Lines found the Sunshine State was the 5th most moved to state in the U.S. last year. The survey also found many sought lower density places, such as Punta Gorda, Sarasota, the Fort Myers, Cape Coral area.
Yeah, good luck on property.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, if you want to have some fun, go to Realtor.com. In that upper left box, just start typing in cities that you think are interesting, and then look how many available properties there are.
Well, where do
you
you
will
think,
be shocked.
Where do you think the number 1 moving destination was?
In the entire U.S.?
Entire U.S. We were the 5th.
I would say Austin, Texas.
Okay.
Oh, good one. I'm going to go Albuquerque.
All right. State. Now we're talking states here.
Oh, you
So
want to say
New
Mexico?
Mexico?
I go Texas.
Texas.
I'm going Arizona.
Vermont.
Vermont?
Vermont.
followed by South Dakota.
What?
South Carolina and West Virginia.
Property is cheap. That's the thing,
it's
guys.
cheap. And remember when Jimmy was talking about like these
Internet is all you need.
And a lot of these cities, especially like in South Dakota and
Boom
West
towns,
Virginia,
or Zoom towns.
well, they're paying you to move there. So if you're willing, and you can get a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, and you've been living in an 800 square foot apartment in D.C., and they're going to give you $5,000 to move there, and your job doesn't require an office anymore.
Big time celebrities are starting to do that, man. I saw an interview with Post Malone. He lives in Utah now. In Utah. Like, a lot of these people are just like, man, I'm piecing the blank out of these big cities. It sucks. The taxes are terrible. The congestion is awful. Everything's expensive.
You have no trees. You have no nature to look at.
No, nothing. And everything is accessible by plane. And you can, man, South Carolina, you could buy the entire state for $8. It is so cheap to live there. And West Virginia, which is one of the most beautiful states in the entire country, by the way. There's just no jobs. But there will be soon, because there's only so much beautiful property left in this country that can be affordably developed. And man, almost every one of those states has tons of it.
Yeah, exactly. The National Weather Service says the source of that loud boom heard near Pittsburgh was a half-ton meteor.
Wow.
It was heard around 11:30 a.m. on New Year's Day. The Weather Service confirms the sound was an airburst caused by an exploding meteor in the atmosphere. For those who saw, don't look up. It says there was no seismic activity or thunderstorms when the boom rattled homes. Half-ton meteor.
It was probably the Steelers beating the Browns. Is really
It's probably Big Ben just falling over one last time.
One last time.
Just sitting down hard.
It's him snapping his hip.
All right. Last two stories here. A man who was abducted as a child has been reunited with his parents. And like I said in the news tease, that's all thanks to a map drawn from memory. More than 30 years ago, a man from his family's village kidnapped Li Jingwei and took him to live with another family. Now, recent success stories of adults who were abducted finding their birth families inspired Jingwei to draw a map of his home village from his memory 30 years earlier, and he posted it online where it was shared widely. After a DNA match, he and his mother met at a police station on New Year's Day.
Wow, that is insane.
Isn't that a crazy story?
Let me ask you guys. I have a weird thing about this. Could you go back to your earliest residence and draw a map of the layout of the place you remember the first living in?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. It depends on when you left there, right? I left there when I was 19. So that was 19 years of living in this space.
Yeah.
But if you left a place when you were very young, then it's much more difficult.
I could probably draw you the layout of every home I've ever lived in my life from the time I could walk.
How long were you in that first home?
Well, the first home I remember was a tiny little place in P-Town now that it looks like a crack house. And I could draw you a layout of the rooms pretty easily.
When did you leave? At what age did you leave?
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can remember curtains on the window and the sound of that.
Oh, yeah.
That sprinkler sound.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
The bedrooms, the layout, where the screen door was.
Why'd they change that sprinkler? That sprinkler noise was so nice.
I love that. It's the sound of summer. I mean, I just love that sound.
Oh, it's rhythmic.
Finally, a judge is dismissing a lawsuit filed by the former child cover model on Nirvana's 1991 Nevermind album.
Oh.
I know this is so stupid, and it was a picture taken by a family friend.
Not only that, we should smack him.
No.
We should all get to smack
Put
him
him in that lion cage.
Spencer Eldon
Tiger
claimed the photograph of him as a naked infant constituted child pornography, and he's been nothing but just teased about it ever since. But in a December 23rd hearing, Nirvana's lawyers noted, hey, Eldon himself had recreated the album cover several times as an adult to profit off the fame. So how can you really call it child pornography and say you have a problem with it?
I think he has a tattoo of it.
Yeah.
I think the guy has a tattoo of the album cover on him.
Well, they also argued the statute of limitations had expired on the charges, and the judge dismissed it.
I think Dave Grohl, they talked to Dave Grohl about it, and he just laughed at it. He goes, that dude is like the biggest fan. I don't know what he's doing.
I know, exactly. Well, now you all are officially woke, and Woke News once again is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Kick off your new year in just the right way. Find out if you can qualify to buy that home you've had your eye on, or if now is the time to refinance your home mortgage. Regardless, you're going to get to work with the best in the business. Don knows what the mortgage business is doing right here in Central Florida, and he can work with you whether it's your first home or it's your 15th home. And you don't have to make an appointment. You don't have to take any time off work or stress in traffic. All you have to do is go to homeloansradio.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. We had some notable deaths the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We'll talk about those next.
Saving our love and affection for the completely unattainable. Dear Scarlett Johansson. Real Radio 104.1.
Well, hey, everybody. Good Tuesday to you. This is Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King now. Fox 35 Storm Center. I want to update you Tuesday weather here in Central Florida. Sun and cloud mix today. Comfortable afternoon. Highs make it to about 71 for the peak of the PM temps. Northeast breezes at 5 to 15. Rain chance along the coast at about 20%, mainly north of Cape Canaveral. Could be a few isolated sprinkles inland. Chance at about 10% or less, but mainly dry today. Real pleasant overall and comfortable. 56, scatter clouds, cool and comfy tonight with light winds. Some patchy fog late. For Fox 35, I'm Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. Take care.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Hot and Buttery Breakfast Biscuit Sandwich. It's better breakfast o'clock at Wendy's because it all starts with a better biscuit. Get hot and buttery Wendy's breakfast biscuits made with oven-baked bacon or savory sausage, fresh cracked egg, and cheese. So don't risk your biscuit. Get Wendy's instead. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Man, let's get 2022 kicked off the right way. Go ahead and book the time for your new bathroom with Rebath of Mid-Florida. This is the perfect way to make sure that this Christmas and Thanksgiving, even though it's far away, you can have that event at your house this year. It is a perfect way to start the year. And I'm telling you, man, these guys make unbelievable bathrooms, and this is all they do. It's just bathrooms, not bathrooms and gutters or bathrooms and yard work. It's bathrooms. They focus on that thing, and that's what they do the best. And they've been doing it for quite a while. And they've been doing it with the same staff for quite a while. What you get is an incredible bathroom designed by their team along with your help. Incredible products and incredible craftsmanship as well. Groutless bathrooms. That means no grout lines to scrub. All you have is these beautiful sheets of natural stone, marble travertine, cut perfectly, no grout lines, beautiful colors, and they give you everything you need. Once you choose Rebath of Mid-Florida, you don't have to do anything else. Tubs, sinks, tiles, lighting, cabinetry, it's all right there with brands that you've known forever, the top brands. They're not cheaping you out, man. They're giving you a beautiful bathroom with great design as well. All you have to do is visit their showroom, 436 in Altamont, right across from Kobe. You'll see the materials, put your hands on them, feel that quality, but then go to their website, rebathmidfla.com. Check out those before and afters, man. Some amazing stuff. They really transform that space to make it exactly what you want. Book your appointment today, man. You're really going to like doing business with them. It's rebathmidfla.com.
Look at the shower. You see a problem?
I know what the problem is.
What do you see?
Low water pressure.
It's a dribble.
It's more than a dribble.
And what's it say on my shampoo bottle?
Rinse and repeat.
How can I rinse and repeat when I can't even rinse in the first place?
Well,
we are calling Repipe Specialists.
I'll go call a
Stop.
plumber.
No plumbers and pay twice as much? We're going to fix it now by getting Repipe Specialists to repipe the whole house.
You're right.
Oh, look. Someone forgot to flush.
I did not. No,
That's
don't.
another reason. Leaks. I'm tired of leaks.
Got leaks or low water pressure? Want to prevent future problems? In 1 to 2 days, Repipe Specialists can repipe your whole house with new copper piping or PEX tubing for about half the price of a plumber. No more leaks, no more dribbles, and you get a lifetime warranty. Call 407-449-8973 for a free in-home estimate. Plus, pay no money down and no payments or interest for a year. That's 407-449-8973. Call today, 407-449-8973, or visit repipe.com.
This is Dan. Dan uses Navy Federal Credit Union to save and invest. Luckily for him, Navy Federal takes the legwork out of managing his money, which gives Dan time to work on other things, like his new auctioneering hobby. If you want to be like Dan, learn about our savings and investment options at NavyFederal.org/save and invest. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Bidder number 63.
Savings products insured by NCUA. Investment options are available through Navy Federal Investment Services and are not insured by NCUA.
Original Mattress Factory customers know that value is more than just a number on a price tag. Value is about quality you can trust. While mainstream mattress brands artificially inflate their prices to hold big holiday sales, OMF offers real factory direct value, a higher quality mattress at a better price. And our customers get our lowest and best price every day, so they can make a purchase when they're ready. Visit an OMF location today to see the original Mattress Factory difference for yourself.
If you suffer from erectile dysfunction, or ED, we know what your New Year's resolution is. Peak Performance for Men knows that 90% of ED cases are caused by old, broken-down blood vessels. Medication may offer a temporary cure for the symptom, but Peak Performance for Men uses focused linear compression therapy to treat the cause. Focused linear compression therapy is a scientifically proven, non-invasive treatment that uses pulsed energy waves to open and repair aging blood vessels, increasing blood flow and stimulating stem cell growth, which in turn improves sexual performance. There's no drugs, pumps, needles, surgery, or pain, so there's no side effects or downtime. Over 80% of men who receive the treatment have long-term improvement in male performance, which means Peak Performance for Men can make that New Year's resolution come true. Let the experts help you today. They're offering a free consultation and ultrasound, so why wait? Call 407-464-8181 or visit peakperformanceformen.com.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like discovering a refund tree has grown in your backyard.
I'm the refund tree.
Sawing off its branches.
Hey!
Feeding them through a wood chipper.
My branches! My beautiful branches!
And dancing in its refund rain. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Your life, your hopes, your passions. These things are none of our business. Your deodorant rash, your favorite cheese, and whatever you were searching for at 1:15 a.m. That's really none of our business. Because your life is private. And unlike other tech companies, we think your internet should be too. Oh, what kind of dog is that? That's none of our business either. Protect your privacy online for free with DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
The best thing about working at Fair & Farah is all of the employees. We all work together. It's extremely enjoyable to come to work every day.
There's a common cause or goal. No matter what your job is, we're all there for the client.
We are dedicated to our clients 100%. We do everything it takes to maximize the value of their claims.
Fair & Farah is really the Farah family. When they choose us, they choose a family to fight for them and to protect them and to make sure that they're in a good place and that they have somebody on their side.
Farah & Farah. Here for you, here for good. Orlando.
S&W Kitchens. Get a free design consultation at snwkitchens.com. Creating thoughtful, livable spaces.
The good news? You can watch us too. Like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. That's how you call us. You can do that anytime you feel free. You can also text us, 77031. That is active today already.
Yeah, it is.
A little hot. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Well, we had some notable deaths. I think the most notable, probably Betty White.
Oh, without a doubt.
You know, and it was funny because, I say funny, it wasn't funny.
You were laughing. It was
I was
weird.
not laughing.
She finally kicked it. Ah!
But when I did get the message, I'm sure everybody was kind of in the same bucket. Like when you get this message, her death has been hoaxed so many times. I'm like, oh, come on, man. This again? Really? I mean...
I remember Ava Goda's death being hoaxed many times. I don't remember Betty White's, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you remember it being hoaxed, Ross?
I think once or twice
Yeah, I
over the last bunch of years.
Yeah, I remember it being hoaxed a little bit for sure. A matter of fact, I thought it was actually more than that. It would just kind of pop up on your feed. It could have been somebody just, reposting the same old hoax.
Yeah, you follow some Betty White haters.
Yeah.
You got a weird feed, man.
People being stupid. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of weird with Betty White because it was at that one point you're like, I think she's going to live forever. Like she knows something we don't because she's even in her 90s, she seems so quick. You know, I mean, not quick, like fleet-footed.
Yeah, not
but
40-yard dash.
Yeah, but she was, she still had her wits about her. She wasn't, she was still, I mean, what the SNL thing, when was that? Was that just like a year ago, 2 years ago?
Oh, a little further back, right?
No, I'm telling you, man. I think wasn't she on SNL here recently?
Well, the past few years, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, that's in your 90s, Jack. Can you name another 90-year-old that's been on SNL?
I mean, I host Betty White, Jay-Z performs.
Yeah.
That was 2010.
2010.
Wow. 12 years ago, man.
She just make a surprise appearance on SNL here recently?
Maybe a surprise.
Yeah, a drop in. I didn't say she was hosting, but I thought she was just on.
I think you just said hosting.
Yeah, maybe she was.
I do it all the time. It's like oh, just a few years ago, and you find out it was like that was
like 30 years ago.
Yeah, right.
From 2019 for sure. I remember making that mistake this weekend. Somebody said something about remember that? I'm like, yeah, that happened like 2 months ago. I'm like, no, Jimmy, that was like 2019. I was like, man, I've lost 2 years. I think everybody has.
Not for nothing. I think you do that a lot.
Yeah, maybe so.
I think with my generation specifically is that the year 2000 messed up everything. Like the year 2000 feels forever 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And now it's 22 years ago.
I know.
Yeah. Somebody said that she was fake dead more than anyone I remember. That's kind of how I remember it. Like she was, her death had been hoaxed or faked a number of times, or and she would have to make this statement. No, I'm alive.
Imagine waking up multiple times and just being like, I guess I died again.
She was. I mean, she was really well liked. I think the outpouring online was pretty great in the sports world. John Madden passing was a big deal as well. Because, I mean, I don't know anybody. I mean, I think maybe Terry Bradshaw now is one of the more beloved, sports commentator guys because he's so silly. Madden was that times 50. He may be the most popular sports broadcaster of all time. I mean, maybe other than who? Cosell?
Howard Cosell, Al Michaels, but it was...
But he was gregarious.
Yeah,
I mean,
Madden calling the game, that was an element. You would watch the game because of that. There are a few broadcasters where they are an added reason to watch the game.
Well, I will tell you that's interesting, and see if I'm right here, because, again, I don't want to put this memory thing on it, that the year 2000 was his first Monday Night Football broadcast. I mean, he'd been broadcasting for years before that, I believe, back into the 80s, if I remember, or maybe even the late 80s.
Well, okay, yeah. So he coached up until, I think, the beginning of the 80s, and then he was with CBS with Pat Summerall.
Right.
But then when Fox got it, they hired him.
Yeah, he's the only broadcaster that's worked for every network.
Right, him. And then he went to Monday Night Football with Al Michaels. I think when NBC got it, I think that's when he retired.
Yeah.
My favorite sports commentator, though, is Mike Breen.
Who?
Mike Breen.
I don't know who that is.
He does the NBA. He does all the big games. He does the finals. And you do know him because he's the guy that goes, bang! I love every time he bangs. It makes me a happy guy.
Okay, that's odd. But with Madden, I just remember that he was just so he wasn't polished. And I think that's what made him so likable. Yeah, he wasn't like a polished broadcasting professional. He just told you how he felt. He had a really interesting kind of big, almost John Candy in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Nailed it.
Kind of feel about him where everybody kind of liked him, Yeah. He just had that entire vibe. I don't know what it was, but I found myself smiling a whole bunch at his, career recaps over the week. I was like, wow, man. I mean, I unknowingly am going to really miss this guy because he's been out of the game for a while.
Did you watch the Sunday night game, the Green Bay game?
Oh.
Watched it a little bit of it.
Sorry, that was a good game.
They played a clip from a Green Bay game that Madden did when it was on Monday Night Football, and they showed the clip of them making sauerkraut.
Yeah, it was great.
And the guy's wearing the boots, and he's like, what's up with the boots, and where are they walking in those boots before they're stepping all over the sauerkraut?
He's asking all these questions that have nothing to do with what everybody else is trying to talk about.
Right.
But it was great. It's that real life thing. There's so many great stories about this guy just rolling up to people at hot dog stands and having like 40-minute conversations with just the general public about football?
I don't know who drank what, but I just know back in the CBS days, the fourth quarter of a Pat Summerall John Madden game, things would get a little more interesting.
A little saucy in there. And Summerall is known to toss them back.
Yeah.
So.
He ended up getting a new liver.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. Betty White, John Madden, and Dan Reeves, another sports loss for people who don't remember. He was the former coach of, and Jack said this perfectly, this really does kind of time you to how and when you knew Dan Reeves. I knew him as the coach of the Denver Broncos for many years.
Same here.
And a player for the Cowboys. I know he went on to coach the Falcons as well.
And Giants in between.
The Giants.
But so who would you, so typically when they say the death in threes thing, they would have to be comparable, right, for them to count as the third one. So Betty White and John Madden, definitely comparable because they were so big in their fields. Mm-hmm. Who's the third one? Because would you say Harry Reid would trump Dan Reeves?
I would say Harry Reid probably would trump Dan Reeves, just because Harry Reid was in the game for, my God, 40 years?
At least, yeah.
Yeah, that's the triumvirate there. It's 3 people, actually 4. And there's some other. I think somebody else just said, was it Michael Collins? Was an astronaut? Did he pass this week as well?
Thought he passed a while back.
A while back.
I think.
2020. Is it that time thing happening to me?
It's not you. You definitely saw that text. Yeah, he died April 28th of 2021. Michael Collins.
All right. Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Well, they all rest in peace. They all had great lives, very productive lives, left great legacies for themselves, every single one of them. And Dan Reeves didn't get much juice because of John Madden passing, the whole Farrah Fawcett, Michael Jackson thing.
I was just going to say that.
But within that same context, though, everybody who talked about Dan Reeves said he was one of the, a couple of those guys almost broke down. Because they're like, man, he was one of the finest human beings you'd ever met in your entire life. That's what they said about Madden as well. On top of being a coach and a great broadcaster, he was a better person than any of those things.
He got married December 26, 1959. With the first overall pick in the 1958 draft.
All right, 407-916-1041. Back with Tracing Trauma. Naomi Bradshaw makes her 2022 debut next.
Happens at 4:20.
Oh, at 4:20. What we'll do next? We'll do What'd You Do That's
What'd
New.
You Do That's New?
That's
looking forward to it a little bit. See, I've even been doing that on the show.
It's only 3 years.
Your emotional support radio station. We got a raccoon. Because there's a wait list. You just can't let it out of its cage. For animals, Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
Still a slow ride heading north on the turnpike between State Road 50 and Mineola from a crash blocking the shoulder there, as well as northbound I-75. This crash slowly in the clearing stages between the Marion and Sumter County line. You might want to use 301 or 27 instead. Eastbound travel on I-4 still slow between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Nomi Health. Nomi Health is now providing same-day COVID-19 testing in Orlando. Quick and convenient drive-through testing is available with no out-of-pocket cost. To register and find the site near you, visit nomihealth.com/FL. That's nomihealth.com/FL. Get tested today with Nomi Health.
New year, time for you to step up on your home and do one of the improvements I did several years ago, and that's new windows and doors from FAS Windows and Doors. Definitely make the upgrade with these windows from FAS Windows and Doors. And why you want to act now? Well, inflation is running at 9% a year. Windows and doors are expected to go up 10 to 20% in the coming year. So it's important you act now, secure your pricing. At FAS, they lock you in at the contract price, okay? So effective immediately, they will offer a rebate, $55 for a window, $99 for doors. You can see more at FASWD.com. They have a showroom in Winter Park. It's on Fairbanks, right off of I-4. But again, the website is FASWD.com.
It's the new year, and guess what? I'm in hot water. Hey, it's RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. My sales are frozen. So this month, I've cooked up the craziest icebreaker ever. Right now, I'm paying way over appraised value for any car, regardless of make, model, miles, or even condition. If you owe $2,000, $4,000, or even $7,000 more than it's worth, I still want it. Plus, with my dealer next door credit approval process, you could skate home for just $8 down. We've got the banks to break the ice price with lower rates and smaller payments. So you can drive a car that's twice as nice. Come see me at RC Hill Mitsubishi. Check out the new Mirage 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. And introducing the all-new 2022 Outlander in stock and ready for delivery. For your peace of mind, we provide a lifetime limited warranty. So dump that old ride you hate, and you can drive for 8. But hurry, this deal will melt away fast. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. See details at rchill.com.
Need a new fence? Think Mossy Oak Fence. Keep unwanted guests out of your yard. Keep your pets and kids safely in your yard. You can count on the Mossy family to protect your family. Fully stocked with materials, no delays. Visit mossyoakfences.com.
Tommy Mello here, owner at A1 Garage Doors. We can fix your garage door fast and with quality parts backed with the best warranties in the industry, like our replacement springs and rollers that are designed to last up to 100,000 cycles. Much longer than the original builder-grade springs that typically break down sooner than you would think. So how do we know our springs will last a lifetime? We test springs, rollers, and openers by running them up and down, open and close, all day, 24/7. So if these springs can't pass my test, then we won't install them into your home. For a limited time, get $75 off these long-lasting springs. And remember, the garage door is the smile of your home. So call A1 Garage for all your garage door needs, and you'll be smiling today.
A1Garage.com. A1 from day one. A1Garage.com. A1 from day one.
In the time before AT&T fiber internet,
Shame! Shame! Shame!
What did you do, love?
I ran out of internet data.
And they're making you shame walk.
No, it's just how I feel. Shame! Shame!
in the time after AT&T fiber internet.
Nice to have unlimited internet data, right?
Right.
The dawn of a better internet era with AT&T fiber.
Limited availability in select areas. Check eligibility at att.com/getfiber. Restrictions apply.
Introducing the Amscot Installment Cash Advance. From $100 to $1,000 with no credit checks and flexible payment options. That's more money and more time to pay it back. Amscot. Amscot. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Fence Outlet has the largest assortment of vinyl, wood, aluminum, chain link, and steel fences in Florida. That means we have the styles you want at the guaranteed lowest price. Right now, put no money down and get 0% financing on any fence. Go to fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Hey, Mario Lopez here, and I don't know about you, but I am stoked to get outdoors again. Dining at restaurants, watching live music. It's so great to have it all back, but with privilege comes responsibility. Make sure you're doing your part to help reduce the spread of COVID-19. Getting tested is easy at COVID Clinic. Go to covidclinic.org to book an appointment at no cost to the patient. COVID Clinic has locations conveniently located all throughout the state. So visit covidclinic.org to find the closest one to you. Again, that is covidclinic.org.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade. Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now number one for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Twitch.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. I am Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. What you laughing about, buddy?
A text came in saying, hey, Mr. Colbert, when are we going to see the puppies?
Oh.
You want me to take that one?
Let's do what you do that's new.
Maybe on visitation days.
Oh, it's Wednesdays and every other weekend.
What you do that's new. What you do that's new. Hey, if they only knew something new to do
We're relying on you. Tell us something new, brought to you by Clausman Law.
Thanks, Clausman Law. That's KLAUSMAN Law.com. Offices right there in Winter Park. Car crash, call Clausman. Thanks, Lynn. We appreciate it. We'll see you on Thursday. What'd you do that's new? Every Tuesday at 4 o'clock. We've been doing this for about 3 years now. And basically what the bit is every member of the show joins in. 1 week, I choose something, Deb choose something, and then the entire crew watches it. We come back and discuss it, and then we move on to the next one. This one is mine, and we'll find out what Deb has for us here in just a few minutes. Now, if you guys will remember, it's been a couple weeks. I gave you a video to watch. It's called 12 Rare Humans That Are 1 in a Million. And basically what it is it's people with rare... I hate saying the word disorder because I don't want it to be like a freak show.
Conditions?
Yeah, conditions is a great word there. And I just found it painfully interesting because of the anomalies that had to happen to make these people kind of who and what they are. What'd you guys think about it?
I thought it was very cool, very interesting. I think it is a stereotypical YouTube video in the sense of like it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a little over 10 minutes.
Yep.
And it's also going to, you're going to like the video. Any successful YouTube video is successful for a reason. It's proven that people like it. I did find it very interesting. You have a bearded woman.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's an understatement.
It really is. Yeah.
A black girl with blue eyes.
Yeah.
Which is also extremely rare. Did you guys know that was that rare?
And totally deaf. And it was from the same condition.
Yeah.
Which I thought was interesting. You had a long-legged girl.
Who I felt really, I mean, she's already 6.5 feet tall, and she's only 17 years old.
It's her legs. I mean,
yes, it's her legs. When you see her sit down in a chair, I mean, she can almost bend the bottom half of her legs down flat. She's that that long.
Like if you were to fold her in half, her legs would be longer than the rest of her body by a foot.
At least.
Yeah.
You also had a heavy, I mean, some of them, though, I was like, whatever, man. You got a lot of freckles.
Oh, buddy, you don't know.
Man.
And you know what was the constant? Wow. When you heard from these people, what was the constant challenge?
Dealing with other people.
Childhood.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Going through childhood and how mean other kids can be. That kid with the freckles, do you know what that was like?
My mom caught my brother scrubbing his face with a toothbrush. Trying to get his freckles off because even though they were called angel kisses, he was teased relentlessly.
Kids want to fit in, and these are things that make them stand out. And what do other kids do? They make fun of them.
Yeah, freckles are red hair for your face.
Yeah. So it's no. And if you watch it, the questions I had is, what is the thing that you would want the most, and what's the thing you definitely wanted the least out of if you had to have one of those conditions?
Oh, man.
I mean, the thing that I would want the most is probably the freckles, because I don't think it's that bad. Had freckles.
Yeah,
Granted, not to that degree.
Yeah, I was going to say, having a couple of freckles is not being covered in them from head to toe and having it being your identity.
Not even head to toe, just from like hairline to chin.
That's all we got to see. We don't know what the rest of his body looked like.
I do. I'm looking at a photo of his neck right now, and that thing is smooth.
I thought the one that would, I mean, you can most easily navigate life was the African model who came to the States. She's super dark.
Yeah, just really
dark.
black. Yeah, really dark. Like it's almost not even black.
Right.
Probably the one. I'll be a little rough. There was one of them that made me go, "Oh God,
get out of here! What is wrong with you? That's not the idea of this."
I probably know which one it was.
Wow, he's so mean. But go ahead.
Hey, it is jarring. It was jarring.
What one?
It was the wrinkly skin.
Look at
that.
Yeah, that was the worst. Yeah, I forgot. That was the worst.
Because
that was scary.
Her chest.
What are you talking about, guys? There are people out there that have this disorder. What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
Well, if you're
I'm
listening,
sorry for them.
I apologize. Yeah. I'm so sorry that
that's the one I wanted the least.
When you sneeze, it looks like a flag in the middle of a car dealership.
It was her lack of ability to produce collagen, so her skin aged so rapidly. It was thin and.
That's the part that broke my heart. Was she wasn't even 30 years old, and already looked like she was twice her age.
And there was another common thread as far as careers. Instagram. Like influencers, because of their uniqueness, were able to garner a larger following. Until the very end, where it's like, oh, I know that dude.
Yeah.
That was Anthony Carrigan. He's an actor. He's on Barry.
Oh, yeah, that's the guy that has no hair, no eyebrows
hair
or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
but he had hair. That was late onset. So he had hair when he began his acting career, then started losing it and has no hair.
And
no eyebrows. No body hair.
And it's funny. My God,
Yeah.
if you haven't seen Barry on HBO,
Yeah.
he actually may be the star of the show, in my opinion. Every scene that guy's in, he steals. Bill Hader talks about working with him, and he said the same thing. He goes, man, keeping it together while he's doing that character is extremely difficult. There are outtakes, but he's really, really funny guy.
And I just want to point, the flabby skin lady would not be so like, if it was her entire body. There are parts of her body that are not flabbing.
I don't think that...
Not wrinkling.
Is that what it said?
That's what I'm looking at. Like, her chest was chill.
Yeah, but the thing is you think it's chill until you grab it and pull it. I don't think it works on just parts of the skin. I think that disorder or that condition is body wide. I think maybe just how her skin hangs on her chest is different, though, dude. Because I believe it's all of it. Because there's a guy that has it, and he can grab the skin on his forearm and pull it up like 6 inches.
Okay.
That's stretchy skin.
So if you have to choose, you had to be the woman who had the full-grown beard or the guy who had hair all over his body.
I'm going man with hair all over my body.
Hair out of the ears, hair in the nose.
Doesn't that happen anyway?
Not to this degree.
I have the hair of a giant butt cheek.
I think I would probably take the bearded woman because I could shave that and live my life. That other guy, I don't think that's shavable.
She was shaving.
He looks like a dog.
And into her 30s, she was shaving twice a day.
Yeah, she had to stop.
Conceal it.
Yeah, she had to stop shaving. She had to stop shaving
Jimmy,
because her
this was your
skin
video.
couldn't. I know. She had to stop shaving because.
don't remember that
skin
part.
irritation.
Her skin couldn't handle it. She was shaving at least twice a day, and then she just decided to embrace it.
I do not remember her saying that. I don't remember that part
Oh
of it.
yeah,
She had to wear a hat that says "I'm not a boy."
yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that beard, better than anything we could grow. I'm just saying.
Yeah, she started going into beard competitions
Yeah.
against the dudes.
Oh, that's got to be an ass kicking. You don't want to do that. Now you lost
To a girl.
to Lucy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean,
By the way, you can check it out, JimColbertLive.com. Just go to the master list for what you do that's new. Actually, the video's right up front.
You can see the video. We're starting a new master list, and what we're going to do, we're going to have a master list broken down by every year.
Yeah.
And I made pictures up through 2025, so that has to be the end of this segment.
Absolutely.
it's just so weird because like the wrinkly lady is odd to me because it's not like old person wrinkles.
You know, this girl looks a little bit like Chumley from Pawn Stars.
I see it, and you are correct.
Yeah, a little bit.
The beard.
Yeah, but here's the thing. As a woman, God, this is going to sound terrible, but I'll say it anyway.
Here it comes, ladies.
Yeah, welcome to 2022. I think the woman is the advantage here because you're always going to find some dude with that kink. And I don't think it works the other way. I don't think the guy with that much hair is going to find a woman that wants that kink. But you're going to find a guy who would be into the woman with a beard. I don't think it works the other way, though. I think dudes have bigger kinks than women, and I think she would be fine. I would not want to be the guy with all that body hair. I would not want to do that.
The video is 12 rare humans that are 1 in a million, and it's about 13 minutes long, and you can see it at JimColbertLive.com. It's posted near the top of the blog.
I'm throwing a challenge flag, possible Twitter poll. I think that's a hot take.
Why do you think that's a hot take?
That guys have bigger kinks than women? Red flag on the field.
I'll be with you, Ross.
I think it's pretty even, and if it was going one way or the other, I'm leaning towards female.
You think females have bigger kinks than male? In other words, you think there are women who seek out stuff like stinky feet, or guys who don't bathe, or guys who only have one tooth, or dudes who sit and eat pie after pie?
Word the poll.
You think that's the case?
You
think women do that? You know what guys look for. You are one. You understand how effed up dudes are when it comes to sex.
I mean, you rattled off a bunch of weird kinks.
Okay.
What do you mean weird kinks? That's a kink. A kink is weird. Missionary isn't a kink. That's just sex.
What about missionary while the guy's in costume?
Well, I mean, I
That's
guess
a kink and not that weird. There's no pie involved.
Well, I mean, I think that's a relatively normal, understood kink that in the bedroom between two consenting adults that you will do, like dress up and role playing. That's a normal sex thing.
I've always
I'm not
wanted
talking
to,
about that.
I want to be a barbarian.
I mean, but dudes will seek out women who don't have limbs.
So,
do you think women do that? Let me ask you a question. Do you think there are women who actually seek out guys who don't have a limb?
I don't think there are men seeking out women without a limb. I think it's men going like, well, this is all I got, I guess.
I think they're less picky.
I think they're less picky. I don't think there's a long list of guys that's like, give me a nub and I'm in love.
The Twitter poll is who has bigger sexual kinks, men, women, or even. Right?
Oh, yeah, at Jim Colbert on Twitter, at Jim Colbert Show.
Yeah.
Not just at Jim Colbert Show.
And it's posted now. Go vote.
Deb,
hey, make that your New Year's resolution. Follow us on
Yeah.
Twitter and vote in our polls.
Deb, what do you have for us coming up?
Well, this has nothing to do with stinky feet or pie,
Okay.
but my choice is...
Yeah, those are reversed, by the way.
Yeah. Physicist Professor Dr. Brian Cox breaks down the science behind Don't Look Up, the Netflix
God.
film. So he breaks
What?
down what would actually happen. Sorry, it's not a hairy man or stretchy skin woman.
No, I'm fine with this. I
But
just saw the movie.
If a gigantic comet really was hurtling towards planet Earth.
Well,
Is that a YouTube video?
It is a YouTube video. I've already emailed you guys the link.
The story, by the way, there was a story today about an asteroid or a comet that came within. I said they say near. I mean,
Well,
near
we
is all
talked-
relative in the galaxy.
We talked about that with the one in Pittsburgh, the half-ton meteor that exploded outside the atmosphere and had that percussive sound wave or whatever that shook the homes in Pittsburgh. So it's about almost 15 minutes long, and he breaks it down. It does say spoiler alert, but I've watched the video, and if you haven't seen the film yet, you're not really losing anything if you watch this video before you watch Don't Look Up.
Oh, no. What you've lost while watching the movie is about 2 hours of your life that you will never, ever in your life get back. I don't care how many comets hit Earth, you'll never get the 2 hours back from that movie. Oh, man. All right, 407-916-1041, Tracing Trauma up next, and I need it because I saw Don't Look Up.
So did I.
And I need some help.
What you do that's new, brought to you by Glenn Klossman, KLENSNANLAW.com.
Proudly sponsored since day one by Glenn Klossman, KlossmanLaw.com.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, shop the best quality and lowest price.
Well, avoid northbound travel on I-75. We're seeing pretty much stop traffic between the Turnpike up to State Road 44. You might want to use 301 or U.S. Highway 27 through this stretch. We're still seeing delays from a crash on the shoulder north on the Turnpike between State Road 50 and Mineola, so avoid this area. Eastbound travel on I-4 still slow between Conroy Road and OBT. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
February 3rd. It's the biggest night of the year for podcast fans.
These are really some of the best and brightest and smartest and most compelling minds in the country.
Our 2022 iHeartRadio Podcast Awards. Make plans to join us on our Facebook, YouTube, and iHeartRadio stations across America.
Treasure every moment with Long John Silver's fish, chicken, and shrimp. Have your next meal shipped from our shore to your door. Or order ahead and sail past the line for pickup. Visit longjohnsilvers.com to find pickup and delivery options near you.
Mills Air in business since 1992 here in Central Florida. That's over 29 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealers. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now up to $1,275 in rebates. Go to millsair.com.
If you've been injured in a slip and fall accident, hiring Farron Farah can make all the difference. Case in point, our client was injured in a major restaurant chain and was told they wouldn't get a dime from the restaurant. But that didn't stop our team from proving that the restaurant restaurant's floor was dangerous, and we got them to pay nearly $500,000. And on top of that, they completely changed their floors, making the restaurant safer for future customers. Farah & Farah, here for you, here for good.
Orlando.
With all the new people moving here recently, we thought it'd be a good idea to explain International Diamond Center. If you've lived here a while, you already know this, so bear with us. International Diamond Center, also known as IDC, is not an ordinary jewelry store. It was started decades ago by a major East Coast diamond supplier, Keith LeClaire. Keith had international connections with diamond cutters and would sell diamonds to upscale jewelry stores. Then he decided to start selling direct to the public at prices that undercut traditional jewelers in a big way. This no middleman approach caught on big, and now IDC is one of the largest and most successful jewelers in America, still providing exceptional quality and astonishing value. So if you've just moved here from New York or California or wherever, know that IDC is the area's go-to place for diamonds, fine designer jewelry, and Swiss timepieces. Just be prepared to be a little shocked when you see how great our values are, especially compared to where you came from. International Diamond Center. Just another great reason you made the move south. Get details, directions, store hours, and more at shopidc.com.
My crusade for the perfect pizza crust has led me here, pining over a backyard wood-fired oven. But how do I bake this build into my budget? Where can I get some solid guidance on my finances? Who can help me understand if I have the dough for this?
A little financial advice. At Regions, we know that's important because your Life Green checking account comes with Greenprint, financial planning with a banker who will help you create a personal budget and live in the moment. Make your appointment at regions.com/Greenprint. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Is that a horse?
Actually, it's a wild stallion. Since Navy Federal Credit Union's Platinum Card made it easier to tame our holiday debt, I wanted to see if I could tame something else.
Uh-huh.
Help me saddle up. I need to pick the kids up from school.
With a low intro APR on balance transfers, the Platinum Credit Card lets you take control of your debt. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/Platinum offer. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Discover your rhythm at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Tampa. Play your instrument of choice with the hottest slots and table games. Live in pure harmony with rooms and suites designed for rock royalty. Experience a unique blend of dining options at our award-winning restaurants and amp up your evening with our exciting concert lineup. Discover your rhythm at Tampa's premier resort destination, Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Tampa. Must be 21 to play slots or table games. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
If your New Year's resolution includes getting into shape, make step one downloading the free iHeartRadio app. Whether your goal is balancing mind and body or ramping up the intensity to beast mode, we've got the music to get you moving and keep you motivated with dozens of specially curated workout playlists, from rock pump up to yoga music. Just put your headphones on and tap playlists to get started on reaching your goals. iHeart. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
iHeartRadio.
At Morgan & Morgan, the fee is free. You don't pay us anything unless we win your case.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Great song, Jack. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack is right there.
Good afternoon.
And Ross is here as well.
What it be like?
Good to see you guys again, man.
You
I was
too.
really excited to get back to work today. I came in a little bit early so I could sit here and shoot the S with Jack and the other engineers and pick on Larry, who refuses to give me food, although I feed that guy at least twice a week the entire year.
Yeah.
That guy's sitting there with a full plate of food, hasn't offered any of us a bite.
Never has.
That dude is one way. He's a one-way guy. We're still going to get him late this year. 'Cause I love him. Too good. All right, 407-916-1041. It's time for Tracing Trauma. Every Tuesday, the first Tuesday of the month, every Tuesday every month, we invite NaomiBradshaw.com to drop in. Naomi is not a psychologist or a licensed professional, but she has had some interesting times in her life that have caused her to go on a path to try to find out what caused all these issues in her life, and she's making some great progress. Naomi, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm on a healing rampage.
You're on a healing rampage.
Healing rampage. Uh-oh.
By the way, if you go to JimColbertLive.com, you can actually watch Naomi join us on our Zoom feed. She's beautiful today with her light. What flavor of hair is that? What cotton candy flavor is that?
I think this would be lavender.
Lavender. Very nice.
Yeah.
You look
Better than gray.
You look very happy today. Your lipstick matches your hair. You look wonderful, very bright and shiny. How was your New Year holiday? Except for Jack?
We made it through pretty much unscathed, with not too much drama. Since we have all daughters, sometimes that can be a little challenging with the different emotions going around.
Mm-hmm.
I got to explain them all to Jack.
Yeah.
You mean emotions? The emotions or daughters?
Yeah, both. Why are they doing that?
It doesn't add up. Jack and I are similar in that sense.
Yeah.
Like, hold on for a second.
Yeah.
What'd you say? That doesn't make any sense. And then they're like, cry. I hate you. And I'm like, oh, no, it makes perfect sense now.
That's daughters.
So, Jack was saying that, what's ahead for the new year? Now, you've been doing Tracing Trauma now for 2 years?
Yes, just about.
And the blog is very successful. And, just as we reboot the year, kind of remind everybody what sent you on this path, Naomi.
Okay, well, about 3 years ago, walking through my living room at home, and I heard Oprah Winfrey talking about childhood trauma. And I was like, oh, yeah, tell me about it, Oprah. And I sat down, and they started talking about something called the ACE test. And the ACE test is a 10-question test that I immediately took during the program, and it really highlighted how I needed to go back and check out my childhood, because I'd been plagued with drinking way too much alcohol for way too long. I got 2 DUIs, and my life was unmanageable, and I thought it was my fault. I thought it was because I was somehow broken and not a good person. But once I got when I saw that program, and then I looked it up online to see what is the cure for that kind of thing, I checked out EMDR therapy, and I did that for 2 years, and then I stopped drinking alcohol, and my life has taken on a lot of color because I'm feeling all of my emotions, and I'm plugged into the world now.
And I have to ask you, that's very interesting, and we'll get to the New Year's stuff here in a second, but there are 2 sides to every coin, right? And when you stop drinking, your reality changes overnight. Like the people you hang out with, your reality in general, your relationships all change. And it's interesting because I think a lot of people go into that thinking it's all going to be good. All I have to do is stop drinking, not understanding they're going to have to deal with everything that was created while you were doing that. Did you experience that at any level?
Oh, absolutely. And I was talking with my therapist the other day, and she clarified things for me a little bit. And I thought it was really important to bring up along those lines. Is she just said, I said, I'm going to be doing a show coming up at the end of May. And I said, the premise of the show is that I overcame alcoholism. And she said, wait, let me stop you. She goes, wait a sec. And I was getting a little mad at her because I thought she was challenging my authority.
Right. How dare she?
And I said, what do you mean? And she said, well, Naomi, you had untreated childhood trauma for years, for your entire life. And to cope with it, you used alcohol. And so once I did the EMDR and dealt with those core issues, which make up my complex PTSD, then the desire to hurt myself with alcohol went away. And that's really important to let people know, because I bet there's a lot of people out there like me that went to AA and, you know, they didn't want to lose their family. They don't want to lose their life, but they went to AA and they're like, this is not for me. I'm getting triggered being in this meeting. And it's because they're not trauma informed, you know, and it's not their fault. They're following a book from 1930 or something,
right, yeah.
You know, but this kind of care, trauma informed care, is all about the ACE test. It's all about childhood trauma, not just physical and sexual and these over the top things people associate, which happened to me. Yes. But a lot of people I talk to are like, oh, well, you're my trauma, nothing like yours, Naomi.
Right.
And I'm like, whoa. It's not a contest. And if it bothered you so much that you're still trying to get around in 2022 with a map from 1975, then you should revisit it and check it out. Because if your life is being disrupted, you don't have the quality of life that you should. And there's so many people out there that are having trouble in relationships. I mean, think of the prisons. How many people are in there? Okay, they made bad decisions. And if they could rewire the neurology of their brain with EMDR therapy, they wouldn't make those bad decisions anymore. You know, it's, you know,
yeah, I know.
It's awesome.
It is interesting though, but you know, going back to the two sides and the coin thing though, it is in the world of relationships for you. Once you decided to stop drinking, you probably became, and I'm not trying to say this in a confrontational manner, you probably became a different person, did you not?
I absolutely did. And I had to shift my own perspective about that, because prior to I stopped, you know, sobriety actually is very slow. It's not something that just happens overnight.
Right.
You know, you have that one day and then it adds to another and another and another. And as I went along, you know, I started meeting all these people and learning so much. You know, at first I thought, you know, my problem was just the alcohol.
Right.
But what I learned was because my emotions were becoming dysregulated all the time, that's why I was having so much trouble in my relationship.
And your alcoholism becomes a persona, right?
Well, actually, it was just because you're walking around on a daily basis and there are invisible triggers that are happening that are attached to things that happened to you in the past. You don't know it, and neither do the people that you're talking to.
Right. Yeah.
Now, this is one way that you can spot it, okay? It's pretty simple. If it's hysterical, it's historical, okay? So if you're talking to someone and all of a sudden they seem to be a little bit heated where it's not warranted, you know, sometimes somebody will just all of a sudden act kind of like, what was that? You know, and usually that is their behavior is attached to they've been triggered.
Right.
And now their mind, it's like, say a Vietnam veteran walking down the street and a car backfires and he hits the deck. It's because his mind still thinks it's in Vietnam. That's why you do this type of therapy, because it like changes the time signature.
We know people who deal with that who are in the Iraq wars. I mean, they're in Afghanistan already down. I mean, they're still kids and they're dealing with this right now. We're talking to Naomi Bradshaw, NaomiBradshaw.com. Tracing Trauma is this segment. Now, Naomi, I know that coming up in 2022, obviously, Tracing Trauma is going to continue. You'll continue your path. Let me ask you this before we talk about that, because we do have a time to do that. Is there an end to this? I mean,
I might die one day.
No. But when you start this path, I mean, and I've never heard this used in the terms of therapy, because it seems to be persistent and perpetual. There's always therapy. When you talk to your therapist and when you sit with yourself and you think, you know, of your lifelong projection, let's just think towards the entire year 2022. for you, do you think there's ever going to be an end to this search? Are you ever going to go, okay, I have found it out, I've tackled it, it's behind me now, and I move forward?
Well, at this point, I'm not actually searching for anything. At this point, I'm creating. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I already know what happened, and I've written about it. And now the burlesque show was one way for me to express myself, to tell my story. A small part of it was the drinking, and I did a dance to the song Sober by Pink. I'm also a painter, so I like to express myself that way. As an author, I like to express myself in dancing as well, and singing. So I'm going to be doing a Fringe Festival show at the end of May. So I'm going to be telling the story in that way also. So I'm not really, maybe you can clarify what you mean.
Yeah, so because I think about things like this, like I have to work on my car. I take the part off, I put the new part on, that job is done. Right. Now, I know that that's simplifying severe mental trauma. I understand that. But have you already kind of conditioned yourself to understand that this is a lifelong journey, not a search, but a journey?
Well, see, here's the thing. I grew up with, a certain climate, and then I became an adult, having never recovered. And my relationships kept mimicking that same dynamic. Your brain is going to keep trying to make those scenarios over and over again to try to get a decent outcome. And that's why you have so much trouble with relationships.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. We hear that a lot with people. Like they wind up dating the same kind of person over and over again, even though it's a different looking package. It's the same thing inside because of that very thing.
Yes, because your brain is, because it didn't work out well,
Right, yeah.
So your brain, and that's why in my case, it felt like a thorn was taken out of the lion's paw, and then after the thorn was taken out, I wasn't anymore,
Jack, want to confirm that?
Yeah, she's not anymore.
Very good.
Good answer, Jack. Good answer.
All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
My perspective is that, I used to be a cucumber, and now I'm a pickle. So I can never be a cucumber again.
Right.
You know
I got
what I'm saying?
that. Yeah, I do
but I'm
understand
good
that.
with that. I like being a pickle, and I think sometimes
that's
a T-shirt right there. I like being a pickle.
That's so good.
And I feel like that's why I want to go out there and talk to people, because before I got sober, I didn't see anyone having fun. And I went to AA, and they sure weren't having any fun in there. Unless you think drinking a lot of coffee, smoking cigarettes, and hooking up with other AA people is fun. But I did not.
Terrible.
I really like the pickle example, because I've always looked at Jim as just like this old slab of meat. But now he is like a salty, dehydrated piece of beef jerky.
Yeah, he can never go back to that slab of meat again.
See what you started?
It's a leathery piece of jerky.
See what you started, Naomi? I give you a segment. That's what you start. You give that guy that ammo.
You're delicious. That's what I'm saying.
Thanks, I appreciate it. All right, 2022. What is
very,
up?
Very salty.
What's on the calendar for you for 2022? What do you hope to accomplish this year?
Maybe not good for you.
Well, I was hoping I would get a chance to hang out with Deborah Roberts a little.
Really?
Yeah, I really was hoping that maybe, maybe in March.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe we could talk about vaginas.
Oh, wow. That's a good turn.
Is Jack watching?
Naomi and I are going to be in the vagina monologues in March.
Oh, I was about to say, should we take this to a private chat room?
Will it increase our listenership and viewership? Then hell yeah, Naomi, let's do this.
So
take one for the team.
So you guys are doing that when?
I need a contract.
In March.
Really? That's cool. So, I mean, it's called vagina monologue, but I mean, it obviously isn't all about that. I mean, what exactly is that?
I had to look it up, to be honest. I'm not going to act like I know everything about everything.
All right. Please don't. That's my job.
I believe
mine.
It's a bunch of different monologues, and there's going to be many women, and some of them are celebrities that you've heard of besides the ferocious, the wonderful Deborah Roberts. We got Nicole Dupre. Summer Aiello, Tamisha Harris. Oh, I love her. And also Representative Anna Escamani.
Oh, wow.
What do you think about that?
Very cool,
That's
man.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
She's a pretty progressive cat.
And, you know, for Naomi and I, we both agreed to do this. I know for me personally, I agreed to do this because my first inclination was to say no.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Because I didn't want to be challenged. I didn't want to worry about being embarrassed. I didn't know what monologue I was going to get. And I thought, no, you know, I don't know about the time commitment. You know, let me just back out of this. And I thought, nope. That's exactly the reason why you need to agree to it.
Good for you. That's
so
awesome.
Naomi and I both supporting each other with that because, you know, I have very little stage experience, not like Naomi. So I'm looking forward to March. It's going to be a challenge.
Well, it is definitely for me also because I don't have that great of a memory. So sometimes when I get panicked or, you know, when my anxiety kicks up, it's almost like a blank happens.
Yeah, I know.
I get that right before the show every day.
I look over
at Ross, and it's like somebody turned me over as an Etch-a-Sketch and just shook it and then threw it on the ground, and then I have to go on the air. That's what I do every day. That's because of Ross.
Jim, have you ever seen the vagina monologue?
Shut up, Ross.
No.
So that's in March, and then in May, you'll be you have your one-woman fringe show.
Oh yeah, I wanted to say one more thing. This show that Deborah and I are doing is benefiting One Heart for Women and Children.
That's
so
cool.
That's super important. Yeah. But yes, end of May, I'm doing my own one-woman show.
At the Fringe.
I didn't write it yet,
you better
but
get busy.
I'm sure it's going to be just fine.
How long does it have to be? Like 30 minutes?
1 hour.
What?
1 hour.
You have to write a 1 hour show by May?
Yep.
Don't say it like that. Jimmy, you don't think your anxiety's already off the chart? You're going to do fine, Naomi.
I think you're going to nail it.
You're going to do just
I'm
fine.
not writing it by myself.
There you
I'm
go.
talking to a very wonderful woman that I met at the night of comedy that I did with Maxine.
Okay.
From Maxine Sunshine.
I know that.
And so we're talking, and she may be the writer and the director, and I'm really excited about it.
Well, we wish you the very best for sure.
Yeah.
And as always, we love it when you join us, NaomiBradshaw.com. Where can they find out more about tracing trauma and read all your blogs?
Well, if you want to find out more about how you can recover your joy and be happy without substances and alcohol, you know, your childhood might be your problem.
I need a heads
I'm just saying, tracingtrauma.com or NaomiBradshaw.com. You can check me out on TikTok, Recover Your Joy.
There you go. Thanks, Naomi, as always. We love talking to you. Have yourself a wonderful week, and we'll see you next month.
Thank you.
You got
I
it.
love
Go
you
on that
guys.
healing rampage.
All right, 407-916-1041. Nice lady, Jim.
Nice lady.
Nice
Nice
lady.
lady.
All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
This Real Radio 104.1 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast, and we're looking at a pattern over the next several days featuring a chance for a couple of stray showers in a somewhat unstable weather pattern, but otherwise mild temperatures with highs in the lower 70s. Tonight down to 59 degrees. Can't rule out some fog late. Tomorrow the high 73. There's a 20% chance for rain. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies.
Dell Technologies' New Year event helps you save up to 45%. Transform your workspace on high-performance computers featuring Windows 11 Pro with powerful hardware-based security. Call an advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
It's the new year and time to free yourself from glasses and contacts with the help of the Filatowski Eye Institute. All you have to do is text 1041 to 868686. That way you can schedule your consultation and get started on a better path to vision today. Filatowski Eye Institute is one of the leaders in vision correction in Central Florida. And if money's a concern, do not worry. These guys have 24-month interest-free financing. So take your step to the next clearer and crisper vision. Text 1041 to 868686 and schedule your consultation today. If you're in need of a new fence, think Mossy Oak Fence. Whether it's for keeping strangers and nature's creatures out of your yard or keeping your pets and kids safely in your yard, our friends at Mossy Oak Fence have you covered. At Mossy Oak Fence, your family safety and security is their #1 priority. Just visit mossyoakfences.com. And remember, Mossy is fully stocked with materials. There are no delays in getting your fence installed right away. Again, simply visit mossyoakfences.com. And as always, let the Mossy family protect your family today.
Introducing the Amscott Installment Cash Advance. From $100 to $1,000 with no credit checks and flexible payment options. That's more money and more time to pay it back. Amscott. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Were you hurt in a vehicle and want compensation?
When you're injured on the go, just call Mo.
Did an accident leave you in need of representation?
When you're injured on the go, just call Mo. When you're injured on the go, just call Mo.
Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
This is Alma DDB for Tobacco Free Florida. ISKI code VTOB1006000. Titled TFF How to Quit Radio. 80s Pop, 30-second English radio.
Tobacco Free Florida knows how hard it is to quit nicotine, which is why we offer different quit options to choose from for free, like 24/7 quit coaches available over the phone, and free 2-week starter kits of quit aids. We're even experimenting with 80s pop music.
I'm giving you up, giving you up, giving you up. I'm letting you go, I'm letting you never come back to smoke. I'll never come back to smoke. I'll never come back. I'm giving you up.
Or maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
Hey, Mario Lopez here, wishing you a very safe and happy holidays. And with COVID cases on the rise, make sure you're doing your part to help reduce the spread this holiday season. Getting tested is super easy at COVID Clinic. So just go to covidclinic.org to book an appointment at no cost to the patient. They have multiple locations nearby, so visit covidclinic.org to find one near you. That is covidclinic.org, and happy holidays.
If your New Year's resolution is to spend more quality time with your partner, don't let ED get in the way. The professional erectile dysfunction specialists at Peak Performance for Men know that a new year means a new you, and they're ready to help. 90% of male performance issues are caused by old, broken down blood vessels, which affects blood flow. Peak Performance for Men treats this problem using focused linear compression therapy, an FDA-cleared medical device. Our focused linear compression therapy is a scientifically proven, minimally invasive procedure that uses pulsed energy waves to open and repair aging blood vessels. This increases blood flow, stimulates stem cell growth, and greatly improves male performance. With Peak Performance for Men, there are no medications, no surgery, and no side effects. Over 80% of men who receive the treatment experience long-term improvement. Call now to receive your free consultation and free medical ultrasound at 407-464-8181. Schedule now at 407-464-8181.
Your life, your hopes, your passions. These things are none of our business. Your deodorant rash, your favorite cheese, and whatever you were searching for at 1:15 a.m. That's really none of our business. Because your life is private. And unlike other tech companies, we think your internet should be too. Oh, what kind of dog is that? That's none of our business either. Protect your privacy online for free with DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
Why does Walgreens offer copays as low as $0 and 90-day refills? Because we care about Medicare, so you don't have to. I mean, do you really care to hear me go on about same-day prescription delivery making your life easier? Or how there's a pharmacy expert available 24/7 and one-click refills? Well, I just did anyways. Fill your Medicare prescriptions with Walgreens and save.
$0 copays apply to Tier 1 generic drugs and select plans with Walgreens as a preferred pharmacy. Restrictions apply. See walgreens.com/Medicare for complete details.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Love us while you got us. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. This is The Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. We are going to talk about Don't Look Up in a second. Not this segment, though, because there's not enough time to really go over
how much you hated it.
The magnitude of S that movie was.
Some people loved it.
I know.
And some people are indifferent to it.
Yeah.
Like me.
What's indifferent about it? It was an awful movie.
No, I got halfway. You have to be in the right mood for it, and I was halfway through it.
Is that mood asleep?
It might be, because I felt I actually chose sleep over finishing it at that point.
Have you seen it yet?
I'm glad we decided not to talk about it this segment.
No, we're not going to.
I did.
All right, so we'll get everyone's opinion. I watched actually 8 movies, 3 series. This is how I spent my holiday break. 8 movies, 2 series, and a documentary.
I saw 2 movies. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Matrix.
Saw a bunch of movies.
Oh,
Ross's favorite.
That movie was dog trash to me.
2.5 hours of going, what? From the moment it started till what? When it ended.
Did you see the first 3?
I saw the first one, but you're right. If you don't see the first 3 and back to back, almost to the moment where you go to see whatever.
It's not even that. It's just not a good movie.
It's not a good movie.
You don't need to see the first 3 because they show most of them in the 4th movie.
Yeah, but if you don't know the characters and the nuances, you are absolutely lost from this moment that movie starts. And it's 2 hours and 28 minutes of total confusion.
Copy paste.
Not a lot of great reviews. There were some fun parts in it. There were some things I liked in it, but overall, it was at the bottom end of the movie. I watched.
I have yet to see a movie that caused the emotion of judgment of others.
Explain.
I saw the movie, and then I was like, man, I got to see let me see some reactions. I can't be alone. And there are a lot of people saying, this movie is not good.
Yeah.
But then there are some people who I thought I liked. Some people who I thought I respected, saying, oh, man, it's so good.
That's one thing you have to do as a person with friends of any ilk. You almost have to discount everything that they like or you're like, because you can't judge somebody on that. Like, I know that I like movies that other people think are trash, but that doesn't mean that we still can't be friends, because I'm telling you, there are some, if you like this Don't Look Up movie.
See, that's another one.
I mean, if you like that movie, I don't know how to feel about you as a person.
It's hard to say because, I mean, you didn't walk away with a good feeling with this movie.
And then here comes art being subjective. I did. I thought the ending of that film really ended on a positive note, and it made me appreciate the things that I have. I'm dead serious.
See, I found it deep. The one word that kept popping into my head after seeing Don't Look Up was sardonic. And then I had to look up sardonic. And realize it's the perfect word. It is darkly cynical. It is.
It's like a dark satire.
Yeah. It's sardonic.
Yes, exactly.
Of our current circumstance
but it's so overboard. Like, it's so unbelievably overboard that, in my opinion, it really ruins what it's trying to do, which is obviously push the idea of how we're treating our climate and how things need to be tended to and things like that. But it's so overboard, I think, that maybe it really It did the opposite for a lot of people.
See, it's crazy that you thought it was overboard, because to me it was like ripped from the headlines. It's no different than the news stories we see every day.
That's the thing. There's a news story connected with everything they did that just seems so outrageous, and you're like, wait, no.
We reported on this.
Pompeo did that, and this happened.
Exactly. It was literally like watching the headlines over the last several years.
Oh, I'm not talking about the actions of the people. I'm talking about the ending of society in 6.5 months, as opposed to, a climate that, a climate change that can be managed with obviously the right minds in charge. Well, which is not happening.
It's like Dr. Brian Cox says in next week's What'd You Do That's New, when he talks about our mitigation efforts. He talks about the fact that as a planet, as a species, we spend more money on footballers than we do on protecting our planet. And that's where people's priorities are, quite honestly.
Because it's more fun to watch now. Yeah, the problem the problem is the scope of it. That's the issue. Is you can't get people to understand the scope of what's happening
until it's too late.
Oh, you want me to sacrifice now to fix something that will happen after I'm not here anymore?
Yeah.
Because we're selfish beasts.
It's very difficult to sell that to a large group of people, or even a small group of people, really.
Oh, I don't think so.
How am I supposed to love my grandchildren when I don't even have them?
Right, exactly.
So I finished up 2 series, not finished up because the last episode's coming up soon. But let me tell you, I went into this Dexter. You guys know I was a big fan of Dexter when it first came out, Showtime?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Talked about it endlessly, loved the show. And then the ending was the worst ending of any episodic show that's ever happened on planet Earth. Matter of fact, so bad that part of this show's reboot was based on the bad press that show's ending got.
Oh, wow.
That's how bad that show was. That's how bad that ending was. And let me tell you, I went into this thinking these guys are going to blank this up. It's going to be even worse than it could possibly be. And I could not have been more incorrect.
Really?
It is incredibly good. I mean, really, really good. Next week is the last episode. They've got a lot of stuff to tie up. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with the storyline, because there's juice. I mean, there's other angles that could happen now. And then Yellow Jackets. You guys haven't started watching that, have you?
We don't have Showtime.
I don't have Showtime.
And we're not getting it for you.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, we draw the line.
Yeah.
Keeping it a little hot.
Showtime is like bad top shelf liquor.
What?
Yeah.
It's on the top shelf.
What?
Is it, though?
It is. You got to pay for it. It doesn't have...
Yellow Jackets is an applauded
You're right.
show.
No, everyone is screaming about Yellow Jackets.
Stop for a second. Stop for a GD second. Every one of you would buy Apple Plus to watch stupid-ass Ted Lasso?
100%.
But you won't watch. You won't get Showtime to watch a show that I like? 407-916-1041. Back in a second.
The bad news, the brain isn't all that great at hearing stuff and remembering it. The good news, you can watch us too. Like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
Well, officials have finally cleared that accident north on the Turnpike between State Road 50 and Mineola, but we're still seeing heavy delays north on I-75 from the Turnpike to State Road 44. Avoid this stretch. Think about 301 or U.S. Highway 27 through here. Eastbound travel on I-4 slow between Conroy Road and OBT, as well as westbound between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
Compassion International has a network of over 300 church partners in Haiti, poised to bring critical relief to those suffering because of the recent earthquake. Make your $40 one-time gift now by texting the keyword radio to 97646.
Well, the old ding-dong doorbell company did it again. This time their cloud service went down, not only rendering all their security devices useless, it also affected lots of other apps on the customer's internet. Not only disrupted lives, it compromised their security. And that's why SafeTouch has been warning customers of this possibility. Not only have they been listening to your conversation, spying on your cameras, and selling your personal info, now they shut down your security devices and multiple apps inside your home. And like SafeTouch has said for years, Do not trust DIY security devices. That's why you need pros. Join the thousands of SafeTouch customers that have made that smart choice. Get that exclusive SafeTouch two-way communicator and know that you have the fastest response by your emergency authorities. I've had this system for years. It never lets you down. It's easy to run, and it never quits working. Those 24/7 cameras alert by text and video notification at the first sign of trouble. No security system is complete without that SafeTouch crash and smash technology and guaranteed response time. I love this company, and you will as well. Call SafeTouch today and get your family that halo of protection I've enjoyed for 10 plus years. Ring in the new year with SafeTouch and not the ding-dong doorbell. It's safetouch.com, state license EF233.
We know. New year, new bills to pay. That's why Real Radio will kick off our Grand in Your Hand contest on Monday, January 10th. For 6 weeks, we'll give you 12 chances each weekday to win $1,000. Simply listen for the keyword each hour, then enter that keyword on the Real Radio website, and then answer your phone if you get the call. This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992 here in Central Florida. That's over 29 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now up to $1,275 in rebates. Go to millsair.com.
Living in your dream space yet? Better living begins at home.
You can create your dream home with ease when you partner with S&W Kitchens.
They have an amazing team, concierge design, and installation services from start to finish.
Also, prices are accessible and competitive with great financing options to help you make your dream a reality. Visit snwkitchens.com to set up your free design consultation with award-winning designers. S&W, creating thoughtful, livable spaces.
Rising natural gas prices and colder weather are leading to higher energy bills for many this winter. Duke Energy can help you prepare now. Visit our website for no or low-cost energy saving tips to help lower your bill. You'll also find other helpful resources, such as information about installment plans and financial assistance for qualified customers. For more, visit duke-energy.com/winterbill. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Think you have to travel to New York or Los Angeles to get a 5-carat colorless diamond in a one-of-a-kind designer setting? What if I told you people from those cities came here for these exquisite pieces of jewelry? Here to International Diamond Center. Welcome to the IDC Prestige Collection, a truly breathtaking array of large, rare diamonds 2 carats and up, handpicked for maximum brilliance and certified by the GIA. In addition, International Diamond Center is one of only 14 dealers in the world offering De Beers Forevermark Exceptional Diamonds, featuring magnificent diamonds 5 carats and up, including the rarest and most exquisite diamonds on the planet. The IDC Prestige Collection and the Forevermark Exceptional Diamond Collection are for the discriminating shopper with refined taste and uncompromising standards. No need to travel or have it flown in from a broker. It's all here, every day. One of America's most impressive displays of large, rare diamonds, along with the most sought-after designer rings in the world. International Diamond Center, your direct diamond importer. 4 convenient Orlando locations.
Let's talk about your mortgage. Is it possible you're paying too much? If you're not sure, it's time to make the 10-minute call to American Financing, Florida's home for home loans. Hey, it's Angel, and I like American Financing because their process starts with a free mortgage review. So there's no pressure, no obligation, no upfront or hidden fees. Just a simple conversation around ways that you can save up to $1,000 a month. That's right, a month. Maybe it's a lower rate, shorter term, or paying off high-interest debt. The salary-based mortgage consultants will look at all of the options and more, helping you decide if a refinance is right for you. If you start soon, you'll be able to skip 2 mortgage payments, creating greater upfront savings. So what are you waiting for? Pre-qualify for free by calling 407-686-1550. That's 407-686-1550. Or visit AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334. NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Look at the shower.
I know, low water pressure.
It's a dribble. How can I rinse and repeat with a dribble?
You can't.
So we're calling Repipe Specialist to repipe the whole house.
Okay.
Oh, look, someone forgot to flush.
I did not. No, don't.
That's another reason. Leaks.
Got leaks or low water pressure? Repipe Specialist can fix it by repiping with new copper pipe or PEX tubing. Call 407-449-8973 for a free in-home estimate and pay nothing down and no payments or interest for a year. That's 407-449-8973 or visit repipe.com.
As we age, we tend to slow down.
But not anymore. The Aviv Medical Program is your chance to reclaim the brain and body functions that keep you going and getting the most out of life, like memory, attention, stamina, and more. And when you add the new Aviv Golf Performance Program, you can target your treatment to stay on par. For more benefits, both on and off the green, call 352-358-AV-IV.
At Fair and Farah, no matter if you're working on a case worth $5,000 or a case worth $5 million, you give that case the attention it deserves. Because to the client, that's their big case. Farah and Farah, here for you, here for good.
Esporta Fitness is a new sports club with premium fitness amenities starting at just $9.99 per month. Esporta Fitness gives you access to a workout community with features that include state-of-the-art strength and cardio equipment, free weights, and a functional training area. Get a free 3-day pass to an Esporta Fitness near you at welcometoesportafitness.com. That's welcometoesportafitness.com. Premium fitness for as low as $9.99 per month. Start today, subject to enrollment and annual fees.
Injured, hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Hope you're having a wonderful day here on this second day of the week for us, or for everybody, but we just came back today. Brian Crab, I was talking to Brandon, and Brandon said he came back yesterday. Why did we come back today instead of yesterday?
Because today was a company, yesterday was a company holiday that we only found out about midway through the month.
Oh, got it.
Because since New Year's Day fell on a Saturday, we still get that day off. So instead of making it the day before, they made it the Monday after.
Gotcha.
Brandon didn't see that, and he decided to work and texted me. He's like, "Hey, are we on today?" I'm like, "Hell no, dog. We're off."
No, you could be on all you want.
I'm playing video games.
If by on you mean my couch, then yes, we are on. All right, welcome back. I am Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross here with me as well. We were talking about that movie, Don't Look Up. I don't know if anybody saw it this weekend. I didn't see any. I did see another movie that was recommended with Jake Gyllenhaal called The Prisoners or Prisoners. Have you seen it?
No.
It's an older movie, but damn good. A little bit long, but it was good. About an abduction, and it was actually really, really good.
I'm the only one who saw the new Spider-Man.
Yeah, I was about to ask if anybody saw that.
Oh,
I heard good things about it.
I Spider-Man my face off.
Was it good? Pew pew. No good.
No, it was great.
It was, huh?
It was a lot of fun. Sure. Does the plot make like 1,000% sense? That's the debate. You don't want to answer that question.
How does that happen in Hollywood? We say that quite often, but how does it happen that you have all those creative minds out there and you make these movies that cost $100 million, and the thing that really makes the movie good is the thing they pay the least attention to, and that is the plot. The actual story of the movie doesn't seem to ever come into play in a lot of those movies. It doesn't, and that's what really turns me off about a lot of those comic book movies, and one of the reasons I don't really care for them is the story is so convoluted or non-existent. They just want to get the characters on screen fighting, and that's all that really matters. It sucks.
And that critique has a lot of validity to it.
Yeah.
I do not hear people, and I love superhero films, but you're also pretty close to exactly how I feel about this whole genre that has just been dominating cinema. But at the same time, I can still enjoy it. If I watch Infinity War, I'm going to be entertained.
But there's a story in Infinity War. There's a story. The very first Spider-Man. The very first Spider-Man, the first Iron Man. Those were all good movies. The story was good. The plot was good.
And this one is good. I just I feel like, without any spoilers, I would have some complaints about, the plot, the premise, and all that, but it still doesn't take away from me going, "Oh my God," several times in that film.
Yeah, I heard that there are a couple scenes in the film they're pretty intense. If you're into the characters and the former bad guys in the movie, apparently make some cameos.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't a spoiler because he's in the trailer, but Willem Dafoe back as the Green Goblin from 20 years ago.
How about that?
Come on.
Still crushing too, right?
Remember Green Goblin? It's straight up member berries syndrome for all the South Park fans, and I get that, but that doesn't take away that I thoroughly enjoyed my movie experience.
And really, that's the number one thing. As much as I'm bagging on Don't Look Up, I mean, everybody on the texting service is like, well, it was good, it was good, it was good. I thought it was just an awful movie. You got to remember, the idea of a movie is to be entertaining, and I didn't think it was entertaining at all. I don't think the acting was all that good. Meryl Streep as a female Donald Trump and Jonah Hill as what I guess is supposed to be either Don Jr. or Jared Kushner.
I think it was Don Jr.
Yeah, one of those two.
The Coke nose pretty much set that one off.
That was the best part of the entire movie to me, and I understood the idea of what they were trying to do, but I just think they went so overboard with it. It didn't like grip. It didn't grip. I think a lot of people could just kind of blow it off because of how kind of ridiculous it was. And I completely understand. Mimicking a lot of what we see on the news every day as being equally as ridiculous. But I don't need it framed like that to know how stupid it is.
That director,
I didn't need that.
That director is one of my favorite directors.
Oh yeah,
he's up there, and when it comes to current filmmakers, he's up there. He did The Big Short.
Yeah,
and I'm sure now
that's a Jonah Hill thing too, right? He was in that.
No,
was Jonah Hill? Was that?
No, that was Steve Carell, Christian Bale, Ryan Gosling, Brad Pitt.
I'm thinking of the other one, the other stock market crash movie.
Then he also did Vice, but he's also the director that made this is a hot take maybe, but made Will Ferrell's movie career what it is. Yeah, it's Adam McKay. He also did The Other Guys, which I think is one of the funniest comedies in the last like 15, 20 years.
This he lost his relationship with Ferrell.
Yeah.
They don't talk anymore.
Which is a bummer.
Yeah, it is a bummer. And he admits that it was his problem because I think he did something kind of Hollywood. With Ferrell, and Ferrell apparently is not that guy, so they're not down anymore. No more McKay Ferrell movies.
But going back to Don't Look Up, I thought it was good. I didn't think it was like a 10 out of 10. I was entertained, but I didn't think it was like a slam dunk home run, but I didn't think it was terrible either.
I mean, so obviously the movie is trying to make a statement. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. I'm stupid to even say that.
Yeah,
but who do you think it's trying to reach, though? Like, if you're trying to change a mind with a movie like that, who are you working on?
Everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody, because it makes you sit down and ask yourself, who am I in this film? Am I the official who wants to sit tight and assess? Am I the person who's more concerned seeing Ariana Grande hook up with Kid Cudi?
Right.
You know, who are you in that film?
But theoretically, 50% or so of the audience is already kind of in it. Right, they already kind of do the climate change thing. They already kind of believe it. They are already convinced and proven that that's going down, that's happening.
Yeah, but
and then half the audience isn't. And for me to make a movie like this that is like clowning that side of the aisle and trying to change minds through the absurdity of it.
I don't think they're clowning him. They're just turning a mirror on it. If it feels like clowning, then I don't think it's the mirror's fault.
Well, I didn't say it was the mirror's fault, but what I'm saying is if you're trying to alter someone's idea of what they think real is, that's not the way to do it. I mean, that's not the way to do it, right? I mean, if you're trying to change, let's just use black and white. If you're trying to change a Republican climate denying mind, that this isn't just an anomaly of time because we have no idea over the 7 or 8 or 10 billion years that Earth has been here, that it hasn't been through these changes before without human intervention, and you're trying to prove to somebody that's the case, is that the movie to do it? I mean, to really make fun of everything that they could possibly believe in, and really kind of mock it.
Was it trying to speak to people who didn't believe, or was it just kind of entertaining the people who did?
I'm asking that very question.
Right, yeah.
I mean, that's my point, though, and I think that a lot of people, 50% of the audience is probably going to go into that and laugh at it and think it's funny, and then go, yeah, see, it's just a big clown show. Nobody's taking it serious because type thing. I don't know. I just found it odd. You got to remember, I believe climate change.
Yeah,
I don't have that thing in my body. I mean, the science is pretty solid on it. So,
but it's also more than just a black and white issue, because there's people who accept that climate change is real, but how do they behave? And can you get, because it's varying degrees of the people who try to reduce their carbon footprint to the people who just acknowledge climate change is a thing and pretty much will drink their bottled water without any changes. Like, I'm still looking for ways, solar hybrid car, but the windows from FAS Windows and Doors trying to make my home more energy efficient. But I recently stopped buying bottled water.
We've done all that.
It's only $3 a case at Costco, but still, it's like I'm just producing more plastic that's put out there. It's like we don't need it. We have reusable water bottles.
I even feel bad about using Amazon to bring stuff to my door all the time because I know the packaging. But we have a full electric car. Our power bill, our house is very efficient. We take care of our end of it. We don't buy plastics, and we try not to buy as much. We don't use bottled water anymore. We use our reusable cups that we use, like I use here at the studio all the time.
So maybe it's to encourage those who are already on to what more can you do?
Yeah, I guess.
What more can you do?
It did not hit me like that. It hit me as just completely clowning that side of the aisle, which I completely understand. It's clownable. Trust me when I tell you, they make it very easy. But in that same sense, I didn't know what the goal was. I don't know who they thought they were talking to. That's the only thing.
I would say the first and foremost goal was just to make a movie. And the fact also,
you really think that?
Oh, yeah, I mean if you go into it with the end result of making a movie, that's your first thing. And then the second thing is that at the very least, if you get people talking about it, and I'll use us as an example, then it is going to, I would say that the message was received. I do agree with you in the sense of that I don't know how many minds it's going to change, and it kind of feels a little bit, when it comes to politically speaking, that it kind of just gives red meat to one side of the aisle. It reminded me when I saw Bill Maher live, and his first 10-15 minutes was talking about Republicans, and it got real aggressive in the room, and I thought, this is not for me. And then he spent the next 70 minutes talking about the left and also ripping on the left. That movie did not rip the left.
No, it didn't. Not at all. I mean, there's no shot taken at all.
So that would be a complaint that you and me agree on. That I would like to see it be, if you're going to be critical so much so far on one side, it's okay to also be critical on the other.
DiCaprio, we know for a fact, has been a climate warrior for many, many years of his career. I mean, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
For him to even sign on to do this movie is really kind of remarkable if you think about it. I mean, this guy would have never in a trillion years accepted a script like that under any other circumstance. Not at all. Maybe Meryl Streep, she's a little bit further in her career, but DiCaprio is genuinely one of the top 3 most bankable actors on planet Earth. This guy doesn't make bad movies. He doesn't. I defy you to find a movie that this guy's ever made that's unwatchable. Shutter Island, I think, may be the closest thing to it.
It's pretty good, too.
I like Shutter Island.
Yeah,
but this guy makes just unbelievably good movies all the time. The fact that he's even near this script should tell you something. That it's a lean. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Something happened to me this week, and I actually just found out about it a couple days ago, that I still don't understand in this state how it happens. And I'll tell you what that is next.
Don't want to go so far as to say this is what we're here for, but 407-916-1041, Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality and lowest price.
Well, officials have finally cleared that accident north on the Turnpike between State Road 50 and Mineola, but we're still seeing heavy delays north on I-75 from the Turnpike to State Road 44. Avoid this stretch. Think about 301 or US Highway 27 through here. Eastbound travel on I-4 slow between Conroy Road and OBT, as well as westbound between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice: continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org.
We have 2 Twitter polls at Jim Colbert Show on Twitter. Find us there. Vote in our poll. It's brought to you by wearenotthebanks.com. New year, new you. Ready for a new home? If you're ready to start looking for that new home or maybe refinance the one you're in, then you need Brad Siebert at wearenotthebanks.com. Right now might be the perfect time to refinance before those interest rates go up. wearenotthebank.com can help you when they handle all types of buyers, whether you're self-employed, investor loans, good credit, even bumps in your credit. Brad and the team at wearenotthebanks.com can work with you with all types of loans, VA loans, conventional, FHA, jumbo loans, even no income documentation loans. Plus, they worked with me. I did a refi several years ago with Brad and the team. It was great, closed in a very quick time, knew everything I needed every step of the way. It was an easy process. They can work with you as well for all your mortgage needs. The website is wearenotthebanks.com. NMLS ID number 205696, equal opportunity lender.
This year full of real radio is brought to you by Klausman Law. Car crash? Call Glenn Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com.
If you've been involved in a car accident, call me, Mark Anajar, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733, and take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando.
Discover your rhythm at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Tampa. Play your instrument of choice with the hottest slots and table games. Live in pure harmony with rooms and suites designed for rock royalty. Experience a unique blend of dining options at our award-winning restaurants and amp up your evening with our exciting concert lineup. Discover your rhythm at Tampa's premier resort destination, Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Tampa. Must be 21 to play slots or table games. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Let the professionals at Fence Outlet save you time and money. We handle everything from the free estimate to the install. We do it all, and you get 0% financing. So come into Fence Outlet or visit fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Finding the right person for the job isn't easy. Just ask someone who hired their personal trainer as a caterer.
All right, folks, let's keep this line moving. You there with the Toms. Picking up one Duchess potato at a time will not cut it at my catering table. Drop and give me 50.
But if you've got an insurance question, you can always count on your local Geico agent. They can bundle your policies, which could save you hundreds.
Okay, this is what we call the wild mushroom and asparagus dip, and press. Come on, let's get those plates above your heads.
For expert help with all your insurance needs, visit geico.com/local today.
When you owe the IRS or state sales tax and can't pay, call J. David Tax Law for effective tax help. J. David Tax Law can stop IRS or state collection actions and protect you from financial ruin. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962 or at jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Sip and save at Circle K with our new drink subscription. Enjoy one coffee or fountain drink every day for only $5.99 a month. Sign up in-store or at CircleK.com. Circle K. Take it easy.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Mass Mutual knows that your finances can be an uncomfortable conversation.
Mark, we should really talk about our money.
Yep, we really should.
Like we never talk about our savings.
No, we never talk about that. Or our assets.
Or our debt.
Yeah, we really should talk about our debt.
We need one of those financial plans.
One of those will make a difference.
We should talk about it.
We really should.
Talk to us about financial wellness today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Mass Mutual. Live Mutual.
I'm Steven Rennell, the host of the Meat Eater podcast and the Netflix original series Meat Eater. As a hunter and wildlife enthusiast, the question comes up, how can you justify killing and eating animals that you love and protect? Well, that's part of what we wrangle with on the Meat Eater podcast, along with broader and often funnier discussions about living an outdoor life in the modern world. We insist on sharing challenging opinions to inspire thought and action. Listen to the Meat Eater podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch, have you heard of that kind of thing, at The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Hope you had a wonderful Tuesday. Be nice and cool the rest of the week. Just take it easy. Start this year off great with a good productive week. Nothing wrong with that. 407-916-1041. One thing I did notice this week, New Year's Eve, is the TV shows that they put on New Year's Eve are tragic. They are tragic. Did you guys hear the thing with the one that was on Pete Davidson
and Miley Cyrus?
And Miley Cyrus did it. Did you guys hear the deal with that?
I didn't hear the deal, no.
Well, the funny thing is nobody talked about it, but it happened to us for sure.
Oh, the boob?
They had no. They had a delay because it's Pete Davidson and Miley Cyrus. There's like a minute delay so that when they went New Year's, it was already New Year's.
Yeah.
Nobody talked about it. Nobody said a word about it. I'm like, wow, they're a minute late. We're watching our clock, like iPhone time. That stuff is like, iPhone time is iPhone time.
Yeah.
It's the real time.
Yeah.
And I was like, these guys are blowing it. Like, it's been New Year's. She had to shut Pete Davidson down from some stupid conversation he was having with somebody. It was terrible. Why can't they produce good television on New Year's Eve? Because that Anderson Cooper and his husband thing went awry as well. I guess
really?
He took a shot at Ryan Seacrest. That's, I guess, they could see Seacrest's thing going on from theirs, and they're drunk halfway through it because that's what you do.
Yeah.
You get hammered drunk on New Year's Eve, and you get on TV. That's what you do, especially on CNN. You just get balls hammered and just open up the cameras, man, and just let it rip. That's what you do on CNN.
It's not his husband. It's the guy from that Bravo show.
Andy Cohen.
Yeah.
That's his husband, isn't it?
Is it?
I think it is, isn't it?
I don't think it is.
I don't know. Don't look at me.
Anyway,
Look
what
at
about
it.
Ryan Seacrest and Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve? It was their 50th anniversary.
It was terrible. God, it's so bad. I'm like, how can you not make good television? All you have is resources. Like, all you have is resources, and you couldn't pull off one watchable show? Jesus.
What do you want to see on New Year's? What are you looking for?
Something
Is it
interesting.
music? Is it comedy?
How about this? Something produced. Something that's not like, oh, let's just throw it to Miley and see what she's got to say. Or throw it to Pete Davidson and see what that toad's got to say. Just something produced so it moves from segment. You know what? They can pull parades off. You can pull a parade off. A parade, a moving show. You can do better than a standard stop set New Year's Eve show. Maybe it's just because nobody wants to work on New Year's Eve. That's probably what it is.
Anderson Cooper is not married.
He's not. I thought he was with that Andy Cohen guy. I thought he was married. Is he dating somebody?
I'm reading
Who's his
something.
boyfriend?
This is February 15th of last year.
Who's his boyfriend? Look up Anderson Cooper's boyfriend.
All right, I'm on it.
Seriously, just find out who he's dating. I thought he was with that guy. Why are they always together then?
Yeah, well, he had a split from his longtime partner Benjamin.
Okay.
Masani.
I don't know.
In 2018.
Okay, I mean maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong a bunch. I just thought they were together. They're always together. I thought they were a couple.
The absolute zenith though of the Silver Fox category, Anderson Cooper.
Yeah, I guess.
Are you kidding me? That guy, look at Quicksilver.
Oh, better than Sam Elliott?
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
What? You would take Anderson Cooper over Sam Elliott?
I mean,
Sam Elliott
right now, or are we
Sam
talking
Elliott
like
would whip your ass right now. Dude's like 80. He would kill you. He would kill you with his mustache.
does he know how much you love him?
I can take him? I feel like I could take on any 80-year-old.
He would kick your ass. My God, he would kick your ass. Sam Elliott would beat you senseless.
I kick him
Did
in the
you
shin.
see Roadhouse?
In the shin, and he breaks like a fibula or something. You know, he's got weak bones. Any 80-year-old can catch these hands.
All right, so I did something. Something happened to me this week. It's kind of embarrassing. Any 80-year-old can catch you. You're so tough, dude. I love this new Ross. This 2022 Ross. I like this aggro toward 80-year-olds, octogenarians.
If you wrinkly,
all right,
I'm feeling confident.
Okay, good.
So what happened?
I just bought a truck, right? So I bought a new car.
Whoa! Congratulations.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Bought a truck.
Bought a little pickup truck, right? So
Traded in the dog for
it gets delivered on Monday. They're bringing it to the house. They deliver it to the house. And so
I won't be in.
As I'm doing all of this stuff, right? As I'm doing all this stuff, I get my wife goes, well, give me your driver's license number, and we'll do all this because we just do it online. You just buy it online.
So
and then
weird.
and then they just ship it to you, right? And she texts me. She goes, call me immediately. And I'm like, okay, no big deal. I thought it was something to do with the dogs.
Oh, let me
She said, Jimmy, your license has been suspended since October.
That's what I was going to guess.
My man.
Since October, I've been driving on a suspended license. Now, it's good now. I paid my $150. But I've always said this about this, and this happens to people all the time, by the way.
I was just at the DMV yesterday. I'll bet you the guy sitting next to me, we probably said the same thing.
All the time this happens,
Yep.
and I was absolutely flabbergasted because what they said was, I said, well, what the F did I do? I haven't gotten a ticket. I haven't run a red light.
Tolls?
Our tolls are automatically paid. Everything we have is auto pay. We don't send out checks. I don't even know we have a check in the house. Everything is handled online. It's just easier, right? And she said, well, it says here that you are driving without insurance. And I'm like, well, you and I are on the same exact insurance policy. How could that be possible? If you're insured, I'm insured. So it turns out this is exactly what happened. So remember that pickup truck that my wife was driving, that black one, the big one? The big one. So we sold that back to the dealership because that's when we got the electric car, right? When we got the Mach-E, which is unreal, by the way. We wanted to get rid of that, and so we sold it back to Carl Black, wonderful Carl Black Chevrolet, and Omar Rodriguez, one of the nicest dudes you could ever do business with. Absolutely adore him. And I called him up. I said, hey, Omar, do you want this thing back? I know the inventory is short. This is a unicorn truck. It had every single option, including the brand new turbo diesel motor. It was a very desirable vehicle. No problem. Yes. Immediately. Yes. Bring it in. We'll do that. So I take it in. We get it, do the whole transaction, get the money, the whole 9 yards. And what I didn't realize is that, and I'm dumb. Have we
mark that?
Have we established that I'm dumb?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Daily.
Thanks, Jack. Appreciate that. I did not turn my tag in.
Oh,
Jim.
I didn't turn. So the tag office.
Well, wait. I thought that was her truck.
So it was her truck, but in my name.
Oh.
I bought the truck, right? I bought the truck. It's in my name.
Want to buy me a truck?
When I turned the tag,
I'll take one.
When I sold the truck, they handed me the tag, and I'm like, sweet. Well, I never turned the tag in. So, but they canceled the insurance on the truck. So to the state, I still had the truck and it had no insurance. They'll do that for 30 days. And after 30 days or whatever, they'll send you a notification in the mail that tells you, hey, you got a problem. Well, we get these notifications all the time because there's a reason.
All of my licenses are just suspended.
Because when they send you toll stuff, we get a statement from the toll thing. It comes from it looks the same.
Right.
So we see that letter all the time. I picked it up. We probably picked it up, looked at it, and said, okay, and we throw it away. It's a toll statement. And chances are I threw the damn thing away and have been driving on a suspended license for 3 blanking months.
Boo.
You are so lucky you didn't get popped.
You have no idea. You have no idea. I would have been out of my mind riding dirty. You know, you know the deal. Don't want to be that guy.
Look at you.
Yeah, I know, man.
Sure.
I was so disappointed in myself. I was like, where is your life right now?
Now we're even.
What do you mean even?
I missed jury duty.
Yeah, that's different.
No, it's the same thing. The same level of mess up.
It's not the same at all. By the way, my wife got called for jury duty. Jury duty.
Cool.
She's never been happier. I mean, tell you something. That used to be a thing that nobody wanted to do. And then you know what happened? Murder shows.
Yeah.
And now murder shows, everybody wants to go to jury duty now. They want to sit on a jury for a murder, not knowing that most of them are going to be like theft and stuff like that. You're rarely going to get a case like that. But man, I was so excited for this. I was so excited. I sent her a picture of it at work. I was like, oh my God, girl. Oh, my God, girl. You got called for jury duty.
Because she was all in on that Casey Anthony trial. She was showing up every day like she was working it.
She got thrown out of that.
Yeah, I know. That's great.
She got asked to leave the courtroom.
Why?
Well,
She stood up and said, Casey!
Come on.
She was there with someone's ex-wife, and and they had been targeted beforehand because it was being spoken about on the air that they were going down there to be part of the to get into the courtroom.
So it was anticipated that they might be troublemakers.
It was anticipated that they may make some trouble, or they were going to try to do a radio bit. So the instant that they walked in the building, they were spotted. My wife is texting me the entire time. She goes,
they've spotted us.
Like, they see us. I'm like, really? They see you? Do they? A super hot chick in Tom Ford glasses? Really? Did they spot you, Tor? They booted her faster than quick. Man, and she ran from that courtroom. She goes, I thought they were going to take me to jail. I'm like, for what? You have a right to be there. You're a citizen. I mean, they have a right to throw you out.
Yeah, you have a right to be there till they say you need to leave.
Somebody says you can get handcuffed and put in jail for driving a suspended license.
Look at you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if you have a good excuse?
Yeah,
what's your excuse?
Yeah, and you know you're going to deliver that excuse with anger and vitriol.
It's going to be very convincing.
You salty beef jerky, you.
Well, I was just about to say that.
This is my opening line. Officer, you work out? Go ahead.
I was just thinking, they should send you something in the mail to tell you your license is suspended, and they did. So
yeah, they
my
did
argument was completely blown out of the water. They did send you something, you just didn't open it and read it.
I feel like they should go a little further. I feel like there should be a bigger effort because, I mean, considering the consequences for that.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, everything else is handled by email and text.
I like this. I like this Freaky Friday thing going on.
Yeah.
There's nothing free. It was just
where Jim's the screw up.
It was a silly accident, Ross. There's no screw up.
Yeah. I'm going to play that card.
Whoa. There was no screw up.
Yeah, no.
You threw away the notification.
Wait. Not only that, you failed to turn in a tag.
It was a simple miscommunication, and that I did. That's where I went wrong. And then I realized I have like 5 of them at home.
I thought they just wanted to warn me about my warranty expiring.
We went to get, when we bought the truck, she says, well, don't pay for a tag because I think you have some tags that you can use. And she did the tag search. She goes, Jesus, Jimmy. She goes, how many tags do you have open? She goes, do you have when did we have a Mercury? I'm like, Mercury? I said, Tori, I owned a Mercury Capri, which looks like a Mustang, in like the early 90s.
Oh, man.
That's how long that tag has been out and open. But they didn't hit me for that, though.
You can check on the DMV website. You can enter your license number, and they'll tell you.
They'll tell you everything you
if
got
you're
going.
good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would do that. I'd probably start doing that monthly now.
But, isn't that the weird thing? That you have to remember to do that to find out something like that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I didn't know, and, it could have been in trouble, I guess. Imagine if I was driving out of state. Like, does that make it worse, I wonder? If If you get busted in Georgia for
Georgia trooper get you? Or South Carolina? Forget about it.
Georgia's the worst.
You look like
Someone just texted us at 77031. That happened to me, and they handcuffed me in front of my work.
Whatever. Really?
Can you imagine?
Get out of here.
We would
There's
never
no way.
mention it.
There has to be something else there.
That's a porn genre.
There's no way possible that a cop would handcuff you for a suspended driver's license.
Hell yeah.
They would just say, hey, lock the car up and you got to find a ride home. You can't drive the car anymore. They're not going to take you to jail.
Someone else just texted, I got pulled over twice on an expired tag, just an expired tag. This happened to me where the officer who pulled me over is like, you do realize I could take you to jail. I was like, for the sticker?
Expired tag?
That's what I said, for the sticker? He was like, yes, ma'am. The officer told me that the third time is an arrestable offense, and whatever cop pulls me over will likely take me in for an expired tag. Because think about it.
You don't want to be in jail. You don't want to be in jail for a suspended license, man. That's
those
not a good
other
look.
offenses could give them reason to look into your driving record and see if there's anything else. Because chances are, if you're driving on a suspended license, there might be a warrant out for your arrest. They have all kinds of reasons to just lock you up, hook you up, and then figure it out after.
We'll ask Kramer about it today.
The first time you're caught driving with a suspended license is a second-degree misdemeanor.
It cost me $159 to get out of it.
And that can come with a 60-day jail sentence and a fine up to $500.
Get out of here. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
It's that attitude that's going to get you cuffed, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, he even called you boy.
Well, hi there, Jack.
Yeah, he really committed to that bit.
Easy DiCaprio.
I felt like I said that and got uncomfortable. I don't have that. A second offense could put you in jail for up to 1 year.
Get out of here. Nobody's ever. I would contend on our show that no one has ever spent more than 1 day in jail on a suspended license. Unless you're a habitual, like you never have a license and you get busted like 4 times in a year doing it. I could see you need to learn a lesson. But man, 1 time?
And that would be 77031. You can let us know.
Yeah, and they're letting us know.
What'd you get locked up, dog?
That scenario landed me in jail. There's another one.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Now, someone else had said that officers will give you a break if you didn't have the knowledge, but I think it would depend on a whole lot of circumstances for them to believe you.
Oh, I would be very
convincing. Because they're told excuses all the time.
I would be very convincing.
Well, you haven't been so far.
What, are you kidding me? Like, if you pull me over, I'm like, are you kidding? Like, my license is suspended? For what? And they're like, for driving without insurance? I'm like, well, here's my insurance card. Like, I have it.
If you play that card, the only difference is that they're going to laugh when they arrest you. What? What? This is breaking news, officer.
It's not breaking news, douche.
To me, it is. I got to work on my Jim impression. Let's just call that out.
Terrible. My God. It's like a squawking old lady.
Yeah, I think I sounded like the gingerbread man from Shrek.
You did.
Yeah.
Bro, I've spent the night in jail for it. Didn't pay tolls, suspended my license, got pulled over, spent the night in Sanford.
Wow, that took long.
I don't know the guy's telling the truth, Jack.
My brother was jailed in Georgia for driving with expired tags. He had to pay his fine before release. He had no offenses.
Must be another liar.
Yep.
I'm just happy you didn't blame Tori on this one.
Or the puppies. Let's go back to the puppies.
Singular, Deb.
Now it is.
Please tell people what's going on. I don't want to think one of these dogs died.
That you ran one over?
That you rolled over on the one and you pinched a nerve.
We rehomed one of the puppies. Sammy, the boy, is now with Code Black and his wife. We have the little one, and I just found out from my wife she's doing great. She's a champ at work.
Yeah, it's going to be nice now knowing how she's doing via text. Instead of hugging.
No. That's the boy. I know how the little one's doing. I'll see her tonight.
Oh, you'll never know how the other one's doing.
I'll just call Code Black.
Oh.
Code Black, how's he doing? And he don't care. Code Black don't want to be around that screaming ass dog.
I just like how we just found out that the second puppy that you gave away and your driver's license has something in common.
Wait, what?
You forgot about him.
407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Load them up. Trivia's next. I didn't forget about her, Deb. God almighty.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO moving.com.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Nomi Health.
Big Ben's final farewell in Pittsburgh ended with an emotional win over the Browns, but sadly, Ben's career feels a little empty to me, wasted. He lived off his talent, size, arm strength. Didn't take care of himself, though, the way Brady and Rodgers have in the offseason or the season. Football evolved and got smarter. Ben really didn't, and now Big Ben is done, while the other older star quarterbacks keep rolling. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Nomi Health is now providing same-day COVID-19 testing in Orlando. Quick and convenient drive-through testing is available with no out-of-pocket cost. To register and find the site near you, visit nomihealth.com/FL. That's nomihealth.com/FL. Get tested today with Nomi Health.
I know low water pressure.
It's a dribble. How can I rinse and repeat with a dribble?
You can't.
So we're calling Repipe Specialist to repipe the whole house.
Okay.
Oh, look, someone forgot to flush.
I did not. No, don't.
That's another reason. Leaks.
Got leaks or low water pressure? Repipe Specialist can fix it by repiping with new copper pipe or PEX tubing. Call 407-449-8973 for a free in-home estimate and pay nothing down and no payments or interest for a year. That's 407-449-8973 or visit repipe.com.
If your grocery delivery is just okay, that's not okay. But good news, now Kroger is here to not just deliver groceries, but over-deliver with freshness guaranteed. And the coolest trucks, literally, they're refrigerated to beat the heat, so your salad always has that farm fresh snap. Sound more than okay? Then order today at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
For a limited time, you can get $15 off your next 3 orders for savings up to $45. Offer valid with digital coupon while supplies last.
Baby boomers and retirees, take action now to shield your retirement savings from socialism. Leftists are coming after your retirement accounts. National talk show host and best-selling author Chuck Oliver of The Hidden Wealth Solution will teach you how to get a head start to be retirement tax smart with proven strategies that are saving boomers and retirees thousands in unnecessary taxes. Visit taxessaved.com. That's taxessaved.com.
Kick off the year and say hello to fast and reliable internet from Xfinity for only $20 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And score 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. That's incredible speed at an amazing value, so you can keep new resolutions going strong. Plus, ask how to get $300 back and a 5G phone on us when you add Xfinity Mobile to your Xfinity Internet during the Xfinity Hello 2022 sales event. Don't wait. Switch today. Go to Xfinity.com/sale, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Ends 1/10/22. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Compares Xfinity's Connect Internet and Superfast Internet with mobile discount.
Mecum Auctions, the world's largest collector car auction, returns to Kissimmee, January 6th through the 16th at Osceola Heritage Park, featuring 3,500 muscle cars, Corvettes, exotics, customs, and more. Broadcast live on Motor Trend TV and Motor Trend Plus. We welcome everyone to Kissimmee to bid in person, and enhanced online bidding and telephone options make it easy to join the Mecum experience from around the world. Register to bid now at mecum.com.
What are your 2022 business goals? Simplified IT? More security? Dell Technologies has the expertise to help you, from transforming your digital workspaces to providing comprehensive end-to-end IT solutions. Get high-performance computers featuring Windows 11 Pro with powerful hardware-based security and savings up to 45% during Dell's New Year event sale. Get special financing through Dell Financial Services. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
More than 1 in 3 people will face cancer in their lifetime. Unfortunately, fear can stop you from getting cancer screening, but it won't stop cancer. Early detection can save your life. Don't wait for symptoms to appear to act. Cancer screening is safe, effective, and accessible for everyone, including free or low-cost screening programs. Go to CancerScreenQuiz.com now and take the American Cancer Society's 2-minute cancer screening quiz to find out what screening tests are right for you. Don't wait. Take the quiz. Get screened. Go to CancerScreenQuiz.com now. CancerScreenQuiz.com.
If you're in need of a new fence, you got to think Mossy Oak Fence. You know, a beautiful new fence from our friends over at Mossy Oak Fence is a great way to add appeal and value to your home. And the experts at Mossy are fence freaks. Freaks on quality and, of course, freaks on your satisfaction as well. The skilled craftsmen at Mossy Oak Fence use only the very best materials. Not to mention, Mossy Oak Fence sets the standard when it comes to quality. That's quality backed by the best warranty in the business. Simply visit mossyoakfences.com. And as always, let the Mossy family protect your family today.
This is Dan. Dan uses Navy Federal Credit Union to save and invest. Luckily for him, Navy Federal takes the legwork out of managing his money, which gives Dan time to work on other things, like his new auctioneering hobby. If you want to be like Dan, learn about our savings and investment options at NavyFederal.org/save and invest. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Bidder number 63.
Savings products insured by NCUA. Investment options are available through Navy Federal Investment Services and are not insured by NCUA.
Local or long distance, when it's time to move, let Cento Family Moving and Storage move you. CentoMoving.com.
Now that we've all quit Facebook and started talking to each other again, what's that? Nobody's quit Facebook? Facebook.com/RealRadioOrlando. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. This is the Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search the Jim Colbert Show.
Turns out our audience is full of other scumbags just like me. Good God, man, this texting service is filled up with people who almost went to jail. One girl said, I'm super hot and it still happened to me.
That's your same excuse.
Yeah. I showed him my boobs and everything. Got me nowhere. All right, 407-916, welcome back. I am Jim, Deb, and Jack are here as well. Let's find out what's in the old sauce jar. Starting the year off high, buddy. You better have something good.
All aboard. We have a very nice sauce jar for all of our contestants today because I have a beautiful, sexy pair of tickets to see Bob Saget Friday, January 7th at the Hard Rock Live.
Wow, really?
Yeah, Bob Saget.
Playing Hard Rock?
At Hard Rock. Hell yeah. It's a great venue. It's a killer time, and Bob Saget will make you laugh. That, of course, is going down January 7th. At the Hard Rock Live at 8 p.m. You can go ahead and get your tickets now at Hard Rock Live's box office. Now, Jim, that is your sauce jar, which is brought to you by
Cento Family Moving and Storage. Go local with that move and support a family-owned and operated Orlando moving and storage company. Best news yet, if you mention the Jim Colbert Show, that'll get you a discount. So book them today at centomoving.com. That's C-E-N-T-O moving.com. Back to you, Suspended.
Thank you, Deb. I appreciate that very, very much. Who goes first today, guys?
Guys, let's welcome John on line 4 because it's biblical.
John, how's it going, buddy?
I'm good, Jim. How about you?
You're doing wonderful. Have you had a good New Year so far?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, very good. Well, that's
still drunk.
Semi-good answer. You want to play a little game with us?
I do.
Let's do it.
Do you want to play a game?
All right, John, this is very easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of them isn't true. It's a lie. If you can find it, off to the sauce jar you go and go see Bob Saget this Friday night. That's damn good. Bob's a great guy, by the way. A super good guy. A lot of fun to hang out with.
Funny AF.
All right, here we go, buddy. You ready?
I am.
Here we go. On this day in 1896, the great state of Utah was admitted to the United States. Here are 3 fun facts about Utah and 1 lie that has 5 wives and 57 grandkids. Number 1, Utah is the only state in which every county contains a part of a national forest. Number 2, Utah has the highest literacy rate in the U.S. Number 3, Utah had the country's first department store, the Zion's Cooperative Mercantile. And lastly, Utah treats more people for sunburn than any other state. Which of those is a lie?
Let's go with number 1.
Number 1 is absolutely true. Utah is the only state in which every county contains a part of a national forest.
Wow, that's cool.
Who goes next, Ross?
You have to fight the urge to say it in an Italian accent. Let's welcome Tony.
Tony!
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good, brother. Good. All right, find the lie here for me. We're talking about Utah, admitted as a state on this day in 1896. Number 1, Utah has the highest literacy rate in the U.S. Number 2, Utah had the country's first department store, the Zion's Cooperative Mercantile. And lastly, Utah treats more people for sunburn than any other state.
I'm going to say number 2.
Number 2 is absolutely true. Unfortunately, Utah did have the country's first department store.
Wow.
It was called the Zion's Cooperative Mercantile. What year do you think it closed?
88.
2017.
1999.
Wow.
1999. It was open for quite a while. Ross, who's next, buddy?
Guys, this is what happened to me when I lived out in Metro West. Let's welcome Rob.
Rob, you got a 50-50 shot here, brother. 50-50 shot to go see Bob Saget this Friday night. Are you ready?
I am ready, sir.
Here we go. Number 1, Utah has the highest literacy rate in the U.S. Or lastly, Utah treats more people for sunburn than any other state.
Let's go with a sunburn.
That's the one, buddy.
Yay!
That is the one. I'm going to put you on hold. Went for the swerve there, and it worked a little while. You are a winner, Rob. Enjoy Bob Saget. He's a great guy and pretty darn funny as well. But Utah does have the highest literacy rate in the entire country.
Wow.
Pretty amazing there, actually, when you start reading some of the stats out of that state. I mean, these guys, those Mormons got it on lock out there. If you do not play, they do not play. Which is weird because they do have one of the highest bankruptcy rates in the U.S.
Really?
Which is odd, right? But it's the capital of what's the multi-level marketing? Like there's a whole bunch of multi-level marketing companies there.
Pyramid schemes?
Yeah. A whole bunch of that, yeah. Some other things you may not know about Utah. People in Utah eat twice as much lime-flavored Jell-O as the rest of the U.S.
Odd.
And you know, and you know what they put in it? They shred
LSD.
They shred carrots into it.
Ew.
All right.
Yeah.
Little crunch to the jelly.
Utah is the most charitable state in the U.S.
Yes, that would definitely be true.
Utah's state bird is the California seagull. Do you know why?
That's pretty funny.
It's funny, but there's a reason. Apparently in 1913, there was a thing. How did this go? It had something to do with their crops. Oh, I know exactly what it was. The crops were being ravaged by insects. And out of nowhere, this flock, they call it the miracle, and there's a term for it. This flock of seagulls, California gulls, was flying over the state, and they stopped. They basically swooped down onto this field, or these fields that were being decimated by insects, and ate all the insects.
Wow.
They call it the miracle of 1913. So in the Capitol, there is a tower there, and at the top there's two seagulls, and that's what that represents. Crazy in Utah, right? Salt Lake City, Utah has more plastic surgeons per capita than any other U.S. city.
Whoa.
Crazy. You'd think it would be L.A., right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then lastly, or maybe New York. Lastly, Utah has the largest population under 18 and the highest birth rate in the U.S.
That I would not challenge.
How about that? Yeah.
You know, like,
a whole bunch of birthing.
Oh, yeah.
I know we've spoke about how I'm not the most religious person, but I have never met a Mormon that hasn't just blown me away with niceness.
Yeah, every single. You know what I hear about that though? Here's what I hear: if you're not a Mormon, you love Mormons. If you're a Mormon and you're in that culture, it is extremely judgmental.
Yeah,
I mean, really judgmental. If you don't live your life to Mormon standards inside the Mormon church, it is a difficult existence. But I agree with you. I've never met a Mormon I did not like.
They're
not
so
one of them.
They're so cool. They're
And
so
yet-
nice.
And, you know, if you were to go to, like, New Orleans and speak poorly of Mormons, they would be the first people to snap you right back in place because they're the first ones to arrive on the site of a disaster. And more often than not, they're the last ones to leave. And the people of New Orleans and other natural disasters don't take lightly to people saying bad things about the Mormons because of the help that they give.
If you got meshy underwear, you probably tip real good.
Yeah. What? What's coming up for thoughts?
They wear meshy underwear.
Don't what?
Well, it's not meshy, but it's like long underwear with like the fig leaves over it.
What?
You don't know about the Mormon underwear?
Oh, yeah, they have
the
special underwear.
wedding. No, dude, it's special wedding underwear, and it's for reals.
You guys.
No, it's for real.
I'm not doing it. I'm not even gonna Google that. I'm not gonna Google that because I'm gonna Google it. They're gonna go, oh, they got you.
No, they're not. They're gonna show you the Mormon underwear. If you're not Mormon, you don't get to see it.
When
actually,
we go to break, I'm gonna type in Mormon underwear.
I'm typing it in right now.
All right.
Yeah, no, this is gonna feel good because not many times am I like blatantly right on this show.
Yeah.
Mormon underwear rules. Mormon underwear Amazon. Mormon underwear for sale. Mormon underwear 2021. Mormon underwear cost. Mormon underwear why.
I'm not saying there's not Mormon underwear. I'm just saying it's not mesh. It's not like a hot thing, right? It's not like a stripper.
The one time I've seen Mormon undergarments, it was pretty meshy.
How did you ever see a Mormon undergarment? That's like...
I know one really bad Mormon. Guys, for Ross Thoughts, there is a thing going down with my marriage.
Oh.
My wedding, I should say.
I was about to say, buddy.
I think Jack is going to be probably indifferent about it. I think Deb is going to love this idea that I'm requesting for my bride, soon to be, that she does not like this idea. And Jim, you're going to hate it.
Are you sure of it?
I'm pretty sure.
All right, well, just tune back in and see if I hate it. We'll do that next.
It's okay if you're just here for the contests. We don't mind being used. Should probably talk to the therapist about that. Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call ClausmanLaw.com.
A steady ride continues eastbound on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535, as well as between Conroy Road and OBT. And we're seeing slowdowns between Princeton Street and Lee Road. Westbound busy too between Parr Street and Colonial Drive, between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway, and also between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. The beach line up to speed. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by DriveGo.com.
DriveGo.com. Get your next car in 4 minutes versus 4 hours and save up to 25% a month. No down payment, no hidden fees, no gotchas. Seriously, it's time to upgrade your car, not your payment. Learn more at DriveGo.com.
Always remember this. With Rebath, you're dealing with a national company with a set of standards, policies, and procedures to ensure that your remodeling project, your new bathroom, gets done on time and completion in time and to the price they say. They'll do this for sure. They'll do it for the first time in just 2 to 4 days. That's pretty much the average replacement time. And these products have a lifetime guarantee, and that includes the installation, which is unheard of. And this is not a chuck in the truck company. These are not going to drop by and take a deposit check and then disappear for weeks. These guys are going to be there and do the job every single day until it's done, and it's going to be quick, and it's going to look amazing. A lot of these installers have been with this company over 10 years, also unheard of in the construction industry. And when you talk about a Rebath bathroom, you're talking about a groutless bathroom. That's no grout lines to scrub, just beautiful sheets of natural stone, marble, travertine, all those beautiful colors cut perfectly so they fit together. You don't have any work to do at all. And remember, bathroom remodeling is all these guys do. Shower tub enclosures all the way up to a full-blown bathroom demo and replacement. And the good thing is they have a design team that works hand in hand with you and gets you the perfect complementary products to make sure your bathroom matches the rest of your house and really does complement the property. You can see all this. Actually, they have a showroom right there on 436 in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Drop in, put your hands on these materials, quality stuff with name brands that you know every single day. Also, visit their website. The before and afters are amazing. Book your appointment while you're there. It's Rebath, midfla.com.
Joe Bonamassa, hailed as one of the world's greatest guitar players. Blues rock titan Joe Bonamassa. Performing live on Tuesday, February 15th at Dr. Phillips Center. Tickets on sale now at drphillipscenter.org. Joe Bonamassa. Don't miss your chance to experience the guitar event of the year.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Angel from the Monsters. Listen, if you have a lot of high-interest debt to pay each month, the cost can quickly add up and become overwhelming. But it doesn't have to be this way. With a quick call to American Financing, you can learn about options to get out of debt with help from your mortgage. You'll get a much lower interest rate. You'll only have one manageable monthly payment to focus on. It's a helpful solution that can mean up to $1,000 in monthly savings and tens of thousands long-term. So why not learn more? Get a free mortgage review today and see just how much you can save. There's no pressure, no obligation, no upfront or hidden fees. You may even be able to skip 2 mortgage payments, creating greater upfront savings. But you've got to call American Financing, and you got to call now. 407-686-1550. That's 407-686-1550. Or visit AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org.
Mills Air and Business since 1992 here in Central Florida. That's over 29 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier Factory authorized dealers. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect upcoming breakdowns. Go to millsair.com.
Rising natural gas prices and colder weather are leading to higher energy bills for many this winter. Duke Energy can help you prepare now. Visit our website for no or low-cost energy saving tips to help lower your bill. You'll also find other helpful resources, such as information about installment plans and financial assistance for qualified customers. For more, visit duke-energy.com/winterbill. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like discovering a refund tree has grown in your backyard.
I'm the refund tree.
Sawing off its branches.
Hey.
Feeding them through a wood chipper.
My branches! My beautiful branches!
And dancing in its refund rain. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
More than 1 in 3 people will face cancer in their lifetime. Unfortunately, fear can stop you from getting cancer screening, but it won't stop cancer. Early detection can save your life. Don't wait for symptoms to appear to act. Cancer screening is safe, effective, and accessible for everyone, including free or low-cost screening programs. Go to cancerscreenquiz.com now and take the American Cancer Society's 2-minute cancer screening quiz to find out what screening tests are right for you. Don't wait. Take the quiz. Get screened. Go to cancerscreenquiz.com now. cancerscreenquiz.com.
This hour of Real Radio 104.1 brought to you by Moses DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm.
Introducing the Amscott Installment Cash Advance. From $100 to $1,000 with no credit checks and flexible payment options. That's more money and more time to pay it back. Amscott. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now number 1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, and our first show of 2022. Looking forward to a great year this year. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate that very, very much. Check out JimColbertLive.com. We have blogs up. If you've seen news stories about this giant traffic jam on I-95 in Virginia, we have a couple really cool videos up there that kind of show you the scope of all that. Again, that's JimColbertLive.com. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. Let's get some Ross thoughts.
It's weird.
Let's go.
It's funny.
First one of the year.
Sometimes.
Happy to be back.
It's Ross.
Jack.
Spelled
Hi,
like
Ross.
Sauce.
That's what he says.
It's Ross thoughts.
He's a mouthful.
Yeah, he's full of vigor, that guy.
So off rip, January 1st, me and the fiance are like, okay, we have not done much for the wedding. It's time to turn up our efforts. That's why I texted all 3 of you guys, what's your address? Because I need to send you guys something. Wink. Winking a little bit there. Pretty stoked about that. And I start putting in these subtle requests. And by subtle, I mean I'm pretty upfront about what I want out of my wedding.
Oh, really? That's good.
Yeah. I've been putting my foot down on a couple things. I've been saying no to some things. I've been saying yes to some other things.
I have to tell you, that's a really good thing to do. My daughter is also planning her wedding right now. It's coming, I think, October of next year, right?
Yeah.
This year, I should say. And it's an interesting thing because, she is adamant about certain aspects of this wedding. She's not going to compromise.
Well, I think we have finally hit, in my wedding planning, the crossroads of disagreement. All right?
With you and your fiance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
this is going to happen, though.
This is my prediction. I think Jack won't really have an opinion on it. I don't know where Jack stays on this. I know Deb is going to love this idea because it's super cute. It's mad cute. Like, freaking adorable.
Can't wait to
All right.
Which is precisely why Jim is going to hate it.
Of course.
Because it's too cute.
The language you're using is telling me that I am going to dislike this greatly for some reason. I don't know what it is.
So I'm over here thinking about my groomsmen.
Okay.
And I know I got a couple of best friends from middle school and high school that are essentially brothers to me.
Mm-hmm.
But then I looked over to my left, and then I saw my dog, Hazel. And then I imagined her in a proportional tuxedo. I kind of want my dog, Hazel, to be a groomsman. Deb, what do you think? I'm already getting... I think having a dog groomsman is pretty flippin' cute. A lot of silence from all 3 of you guys.
Jimmy?
Well, you ask
Jack?
Deb what she thinks.
Jack, what do you think? And now we go to Jim.
Little dog groomsman.
Yeah, it's dumb.
It's not dumb.
It's dumb. This dog poops everywhere. She pees everywhere.
Yeah.
She's a demon. She's going to ruin the wedding.
Which is why I kind of
And
like
it's a girl.
Yeah, but
It's a female.
It's a female.
Right. It's not a groomsman. It's a female dog.
I don't know what the dog identifies with.
I've seen dogs used as ring bearers before.
Nah.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
No, I'm not having my dog as a ring bearer.
Why?
Because I don't trust the dog holding that damn ring.
You don't trust the dog with the ring, but yet you trust the dog to chill up there while you get married?
Yes.
Were you going to glue it to the floor?
No, I'm going to have one of my groomsmen, my real groomsmen, hold it.
What a treat.
You're going to ask a groomsman to hold a dog dressed in a matching tuxedo for your wedding. That's what you're going to ask another human being to do.
And there's no part of you soulless monsters, that think that's a little cute. A little matching burgundy tux.
Jim gives away dogs for hobby. All right, so.
Are you dating Anderson Cooper? That seems like something that would happen at a gay wedding.
Okay, first of all, thank you.
Okay, I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that seems like something that's really kind of over the top that you would want to do.
I've been to one gay wedding, and they crushed it.
Oh, yeah, they're a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. I've been to one.
They're awesome. Not gay people in general. I'm talking about their weddings.
It's a blast. Everybody's drunk 5 minutes in. It's great.
But a dog as a groomsman, yeah, it's a girl, sure, but it really acts like a boy.
So it's so funny. You are ragging on us for not liking this idea, but your own fiance doesn't like the idea. What does she say? What's her take on this?
No, that's a dumb idea.
Oh, really?
Did she use the word dumb?
She said, no, that's a dumb idea. She looked at me square in my eyes, right into my soul windows.
Right into your soul windows, yeah.
And said, no, that's a really dumb idea.
And she loves the dog, right?
And you know what I said back to her?
What?
I said,
you're dumb.
Come on. Come on. We love the dog.
That's not the kind of language you use for a wedding decision. Come on.
Oh, that's the
you
only.
have 2 dogs.
Yeah.
I have 2 dogs. I also have 2 dogs, but I feel like Hazel is more my dog, and I can tell because of the amount of destruction that she lays out.
And who she pukes on. So
she has thrown up on me.
Yeah.
But that's because she was
Ross.
a little sick.
Someone did text us and say the groomsman has to dance with the corresponding bridesmaid, so that's a bad idea unless one of your bridesmaids is a dog as well.
I'm sure one of Olivia's best friends would love. That's an honor to dance with. Sure, it's a weird visual when you throw in the whole Olivia's best friend's like, oh, cool, I get the dog. And that really throws the whole, let me hook up with the other party out the window.
Exactly. Let me ask you one quick question. Other than yourself, who has thought this is a good idea?
Oh, a bunch of people.
Yeah, name them.
Well, first there's me.
Okay. I included that. Name the other human being. First and last name, because I want to hate them properly.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me who else thinks this is a good idea.
You're going to hate them?
Well,
your wife.
My wife does not think this is a good idea.
Your wife was like, oh, I love that idea.
Wife, not in a million years.
It's such a good idea.
Not in a million years would my wife think this is a good idea. Not even remotely.
And then it was really weird because all your kids hit me up.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this is so cute.
I already hate them. So
this is super adorable. You got to do this. And I was like, all right, that's enough approval for me.
Can I ask you something? And I'm not trying to pry into your personal life or anything. Were you altered at the time you came up with this decision? Or that you came up with this idea? Were you altered in any way, shape, or form?
Little drinky.
I was super drunk.
You were hammered drunk.
I had
you said,
I had 2 or 3 glasses of tequila, and I was petting my dog, and I went,
Glasses?
Let's go all the way.
Whoa.
No, let's
2 or 3.
Come on, guys.
Well, I don't. Tequila's mixed in the
And
bathtub.
you're saying
you don't know.
Glasses of tequila, not shots. Glasses, like you have a glass of water.
Yeah, you throw in a big rock. Sometimes I have it neat. It's usually about 2 shots. I had like 6 or 8 shots over a long period of 45 minutes.
Jimmy, though, take this. My wife had penguins.
Come on now.
Walk her down the aisle at our wedding, which was at the Tampa Aquarium.
Shout out to the zoologist's wedding. I think having a dog groomsman that is also a girl is kind of awesome.
Now,
I lost you.
Did Did Olivia immediately respond, but that's a terrible idea?
Or did she just look at you like, wait, let's see if this is really just a joke
Right,
before I have to hit him with the judgment?
That's actually a great question. Did she think you were effing around?
She knew that I was
ham-boned.
I was hammered. I was
just ham-boned.
I was
just
Buckingham Palaced.
just dunzo.
And I was really petting my dog hard.
Let me tell you.
Whoa.
If we were hammered together, and you came up with this idea, I would laugh right with you, buddy. I would high five. I may even go online and see if there's a dog tux with you, just for the fun of it.
A dog tux.
But then the next morning, that's when it would all end. I would go, oh, that was a fun drunk night where we thought about having a dog in the wedding. Oh, that was a fun time. Let's put that in past and then move forward toward reality where humans actually do human stuff.
I did, though, find a burgundy tux for a small dog.
Let's go. Little burgundy dog tux.
Does that match?
What are your
Etsy.
colors?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Oh, well, then you
don't know
can't get it in burgundy until you know what your wedding colors
Really
are.
taking charge there, aren't
You don't know what your wedding colors are?
Well, no, I know that the wedding itself is heavily red themed, but I don't know what are the groomsmen outfits are or mine.
I mean, it's going to be a tuxedo.
What about a tuxedo that matches the dog?
Even Jack put his head in his hands. Even Jack.
Listen, man.
There's nothing wrong with a good poop brown white tux.
This is going to sound terrible. I'll say it straight up front. This is going to sound terrible. It's a dog.
It's a dog.
It's a dog.
But it's also a dog that A, I didn't want, and B,
even so.
Okay, sure. That's a point you.
Right, yeah, you're making a case for me.
That's okay.
Keep
I wish
talking.
I put that one back where it came from. My
Hey.
mind.
This is a very good point, Ross. Someone just texted us at 77031. My daughter and now son-in-law, married last year, plan to have their 2 mini schnauzers as groomsmen. After plenty of discussion, the realities of dog care on such a
high people,
busy, most important day in one's life. Trust me, the friends and family that you think you're going to get to talk to that night, you're not going to get much more than 2 minutes with each person. They ended up naming a signature cocktail for each one of their dogs.
Yeah, I've seen that done.
And scratch the idea of having them as groomsmen.
Yeah.
So we're just drinking my dogs?
No. Just make a drink called Witch Hazel.
Yeah, Hazel and Zelda.
Yeah, Witch Hazel and what's the Zelda game? Is it just Zelda?
Yeah. It is.
Zelda.
Yeah.
Zelda.
Breath of Zelda.
Yeah. Breath of Zelda.
We have Zelda's Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, there you go.
And then we have Hazel's
Why did you follow through with this?
dog mess.
Why did you say this today? Why did you do this?
Because I thought I was going to get a bunch of support.
He thought he was going to go home and go,
right, you're
Olivia.
He had 16 days to come up with Ross thoughts, and this is what he drops.
You thought that you were going to use our responses as a tool against your fiance to get your way in the wedding?
I thought my friends were going to have my back. Yeah, I thought the dog as a groomsman was going to be a slam dunk.
I am your friend, and I usually would get your back, but this is kind of a dumb idea. I can't support it.
I don't think it's a dumb idea. I think it's asking a lot of you and the dog on a day where really the care of Zelda and Hazel is going to be left to family and friends.
And to that, I think there are no dumb ideas, just dumb people who have them.
Right.
Well, thank you, Jack.
You're welcome.
So let me also tell you about weddings. And again, I'm a little bit older. I've had a couple of these, so I can surely tell you this for sure. That day has nothing to do with you.
Correct.
You are there, and that is it. This is not your day. This is your fiance's day. Weddings are for women, not for men. Men show up, and that's it. It's like yard work for us.
Okay.
So in other words, if she isn't going to enjoy it, it's not going to really enhance her special day.
Which means you won't get enhanced either.
Weddings are about the bride.
And a little bit about the dog.
No.
Are you going to push this?
I mean,
are you going to push
Well,
it?
keep pushing, then you won't have to worry about it.
Those are your Ross thoughts. I'm out.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Stephen Kramer up next. Stay tuned.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mikey, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, shop the best quality and lowest price.
Our heaviest traffic is on I-4 heading westbound between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. It's still a steady ride between Parr Street and Colonial Drive and also between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. Eastbound busy too between Conroy Road and OBT and also between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. We're still in good shape on the 408, trouble-free on the Beach Line as well as 417. See traffic problems? Call the Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by InvisibleFence.com. Invisible Fence brand is here to give pet parents confidence as you return to normal life. Whether you need to protect your pet from jumping the fence or escaping out the door, visit InvisibleFence.com for how-to videos and solutions to help you conquer pet parenting. That's InvisibleFence.com.
Winter? Man, we don't do winters here in Florida. We do summer and summer. That's why your AC has to be ready to go at all times, because in Florida, winter is just a word here. It was just 84 degrees a couple days ago in basically January. And man, Mills Air knows that better than anybody. How about this? 30 years of experience in keeping Central Florida nice and cool. These guys have taken care of me, and they can certainly take care of you as well. Their techs know every brand out there. Don't even worry about what kind of AC unit you have, and even better than that, they're Carrier factory authorized dealers. That means up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. And of course, you can always turn to the experts at Carrier, family owned and operated, and ready to help you today. Schedule your appointment easily. Call 407-277-1159. Online, it's easy as well. MillsAir.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
A new year is coming, so why not spruce up your kitchen with a new look from S&W Kitchens? Get your dream home in order with S&W Kitchens. Listen to what customers are saying about us.
Better living begins at home with S&W Kitchens. Their expert designers can help remodel and update your kitchen. Then you'll have more room to cook and fit in the whole family.
Get your free design consultation with S&W's award-winning designers today. Visit us at snwkitchens.com.
With the largest selection of late model pre-owned trucks in stock, no matter what you're looking for, Ford, Chevy, Dodge Ram, GMC, Nation Trucks has it on the lot right now. And interest rates are as low as 1.99%. No payments till April with approved credit. So start driving the truck that you deserve. Visit nationstrucks.com today.
Let's talk about your mortgage. Is it possible you're paying too much? If you're not sure, it's time to make the 10-minute call to American Financing, Florida's home for home loans. Hey, it's Angel, and I like American Financing because their process starts with a free mortgage review. So there's no pressure, no obligation, no upfront or hidden fees. Just a simple conversation around ways that you can save up to $1,000 a month. That's right, a month. Maybe it's a lower rate, shorter term, or paying off high-interest debt. The salary-based mortgage consultants will look at all of the options and more, helping you decide if a refinance is right for you. If you start soon, you'll be able to skip 2 mortgage payments, creating greater upfront savings. So what are you waiting for? Pre-qualify for free by calling 407-686-1550. That's 407-686-1550. Or visit AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334. NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
More than 1 in 3 people will face cancer in their lifetime. Unfortunately, fear can stop you from getting cancer screening, but it won't stop cancer. Early detection can save your life. Don't wait for symptoms to appear to act. Cancer screening is safe, effective, and accessible for everyone, including free or low-cost screening programs. Go to CancerScreenQuiz.com now and take the American Cancer Society's 2-minute cancer screening quiz to find out what screening tests are right for you. Don't wait. Take the quiz. Get screened. Go to CancerScreenQuiz.com now. CancerScreenQuiz.com.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like discovering a refund tree has grown in your backyard.
I'm the refund tree.
Sawing off its branches.
Hey.
Feeding them through a wood chipper.
My branches! My beautiful branches!
And dancing in its refund rain. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Tax problems can be extremely stressful and cause financial devastation. The tax attorneys at J. David Tax Law are right here in Orlando to be your personal advocate and resolve your IRS or state sales tax issues. J. David Tax Law focuses on your needs and case outcomes. Don't be fooled by out-of-town tax companies that focus only on signing you up without even working with an attorney. At J. David Tax Law, only highly experienced tax attorneys will represent you. If you have federal or state sales tax debt, payroll taxes, bank levies, wage garnishments, tax liens, or unfiled returns, have a face-to-face with J. David Tax Law and get the help you need. Never trust your tax situation to anyone you can't walk in and look in the eye. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or go to jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away.
If your New Year's resolution includes getting into shape, make step one downloading the free iHeartRadio app. Whether your goal is balancing mind and body or ramping up the intensity to beast mode, we've got the music to get you moving and keep you motivated. With dozens of specially curated workout playlists, from rock pump up to yoga music. Just put your headphones on and tap playlists to get started on reaching your goals. iHeart. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
iHeartRadio. This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah, we like it when you watch. At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Every Monday, which of course happened yesterday, we usually have our buddy Stephen Kramer drop by. But we don't like missing his segment, so we invited him to drop by on Tuesday. Of course, that's wormfirmforlife.com. Office is up in Altamont Springs. Stephen, how you doing, buddy?
Surprise, I'm here.
Happy New Year.
Speaking of that, how was your New Year and Christmas and all those things? You got a bunch of kids.
Yeah, had a good time. Watched a lot of movies, played some games.
Oh, me too.
What kind of games?
When you outside of video games, we played I introduced my youngest to Risk, actually all of them to Risk.
Wow.
I played a lot as a kid, but I haven't played in a really long time.
Man, I got to tell you, board games I say it was such an American tradition. I don't know the origin of board games. I'm sure it wasn't here. Probably China, if I had to guess. But board games are awesome. And I got a couple for Christmas as well. And I love playing board games. Is the game night thing still a thing? Do people still do that? Like couples? Do they have game nights?
I think so.
I love game nights. I'll do game night with you anytime, Jimmy.
We should do it.
I mean, outside of poker.
Aww.
It doesn't have to involve gambling or bourbon. It could just be,
I'm good for that.
Fun.
We can mix gambling and bourbon in a Monopoly.
Steven, tell me
for sure.
Tell me how much Jim would lose his mind in a game of Risk.
Yes, he would.
Oh, I've never played it.
That's why.
What?
I've never played Risk.
It's the best.
How is that even possible?
Because I'll tell you the games we played, Steven. We played Life.
Sticks.
We played Sorry.
We played with the wheel.
Oh, you mother.
So that's pretty basic.
Yeah, well, Sorry. Easy. Damn. We played Life. We played Sorry. We played Uno.
Did you play War with cards, with deck of cards?
We played War. We played Battleship. We played Candyland. Hi-Ho Cherry-O.
Love that game.
This was just
so
yesterday.
This is when you're 6 years old or older than
last week. No. When I was really young. I haven't played them in a while. I never was a big Monopoly fan because it takes too long.
Risk is the longest game. That's why I haven't played in so long.
It's so good.
It is honestly the longest, but we played some new games. I mean, I like a lot of those European games. I mean, probably about a decade ago, I got into Settlers of Catan, which kind of took off and became kind of popular. And there's a bunch of those weird European games, Carcassonne or
Carcassonne.
Yeah, I know. The sound. Yeah, exactly. There's a bunch of those. We played a game called Ultimate Werewolf, which is pretty cool.
Never even heard of it. We did backgammon.
It's a good group activity because you've kind of it's the villagers versus the werewolf, and you kind of have to. You don't know who the werewolves are if there's one or more, and you kind of gotta suss out the werewolf and choose them and kill the werewolf. So that was kind of a fun game. The trivia is always fun.
As an attorney, I would think that Clue would be a game that you would like. Did you like Clue?
I like Clue. I like Master Detective Clue a lot, even better.
I've never even heard of that one.
All right, it's basically Clue but on steroids. So instead of having, it's got more suspects, more rooms, and more weapons. It kind of amps up the game and makes it harder to figure out who actually did it and where and how.
I got a serial killer game for Christmas this year.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
Yeah. It's kind of like Clue, but you try to find the serial killer. You get clues and try to find out who did it and stuff like that.
Game night at Jimmy's.
I'll tell you what game we've not gotten out in the last 2 years is Pandemic.
That's a good one.
That's a game.
I've not gotten that one out. Not planning anytime soon.
Yeah.
That's that new show on HBO that is coming out. I forget that. Hold on, let me yell. What?
He's yelling.
I was yelling across the house.
Does your wife know?
Yeah, because she read the book.
Oh,
it's
really?
on HBO Ultra 11.
I don't know.
Watch some new shows though. There's a ton of good stuff right now.
Yeah, what are you watching? Because I've heard there are a couple of good movies out there. That movie Don't Look Up is terrible, so don't spend your time on that
You
one.
didn't like it?
No, come on, man. Come on, Steven. Don't tell me.
Steven.
None of you like it?
Please tell me.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
It was sardonic.
It was
it was sad. And,
It was
satire.
Steven. It was awful. It was terrible, buddy. That movie was awful.
I mean, it was an Adam McKay satire for sure.
Yeah.
It was like, there's a lot about modern commentary. It wasn't my favorite.
I mean, even to me, I get the whole idea of the satire thing. It just seemed so kind of overboard, student produced to me. It just came off it was like a class movie. I don't know. It just did not hit me as a movie. Like
I saw a movie that I definitely think you would not like,
which is,
but I think Tori might actually, and I think the rest of the crew would like it. We saw The French Dispatch.
Oh yeah, I want to see that.
The French Dispatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good.
Who is in that?
Wes Anderson movie.
It's a Wes Anderson movie.
Oh, okay. Well,
So it's got the typical cast of players. It's got Timothy Chalamet, Bill Murray,
right? Yeah.
Jason Schwartzman's in it. Owen Wilson's in it. His normal repertoire.
Yeah, the cast. That's him. That's the Wes Anderson cast, right? I mean, he doesn't make movies without those people. That's it.
Speaking of, I watched a Fantastic Mr. Fox, was a Wes Anderson movie as well. I've never seen before. It was fantastic.
You never seen it?
Nope. It was great.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it was
so good.
It was great.
George Clooney's in that one. He mixes it up, Jimmy. I mean, the only person that's like his totem that he doesn't let go of is Bill Murray. Bill Murray's in every Wes Anderson movie except for Bottle Rocket.
Right. It was in Zissou. He was in the hotel movie,
all of them,
which was great, by the way. That movie, his movies are so bizarre. My wife hates them. My wife
really
hates Wes
Damn it,
Anderson
I
movies.
got it wrong.
Absolutely hates
So
them.
she would. This one is definitely. It is more artistic, I would say. It's more arty. It is like a series of vignettes, kind of like Four Rooms or those types of movies.
Yeah.
And it's definitely more arty, and it's pretentious, but in a good way, I would say. It's bold. It's a bold movie, and I think it's one of those where people are going to be more likely to love or hate it, and I think that's okay. I think sometimes good art, good movies are challenging that way. It's okay if you don't like it. It's supposed to do that sometimes.
See, the movie that I want to see right now is Nightmare Alley, Guillermo del Toro.
Oh
yes. Oh yeah.
I hear that's supposed to be pretty awesome. I mean, I heard his interview with Mark Maron, which was amazing. I mean, it really was.
Mark Maron's a great interviewer, first off, and that guy is a brilliant writer and director.
He is, and when you listen to him talk about his other projects, it really is kind of amazing because, if you're a fan, and I've been a fan for a while, listening to him walk through those movies with normal language, like he doesn't have like director language. A lot of these guys will use like director language where it gets very kind of cinema, but he doesn't do that at all. He just like, this is what I was trying to achieve, and this is how I did it. And he was talking about The Shape of Water. And they talked about that room, that water room and stuff. And when going into that and hearing him laugh about how difficult it was and how they had to do these things, and realizing that even the people you think have a grip on it sometimes don't really have a grip on it.
Yeah, he's great. I mean, I still have nightmares about Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh yeah. Who doesn't?
That movie is intriguing and achingly beautiful and terrifying.
I love that
But
movie.
that's what he does. That's what he does. Where he gives you these incredible visuals, and then ties them in with tragedies or violence at levels that
he's got. It's that same vibe that Robert Rodriguez has sometimes.
Yes,
he makes, or Denis Villeneuve. All those guys make really pretty movies. There's a lot of other things about them. Actually, the Boba Fett show just came out. That was Robert Rodriguez directed. I think that pilot episode so good.
Yeah, I watched that. That was good.
Yeah, and
Really
his
good.
interview with Ridley Scott was the same way. I mean, just hearing Ridley Scott talk about making these movies and how even with the movie bombed, he says, "Look, I don't care what it did or didn't do. It was a blanking good movie." And hear him defend his work. In the face of critics and stuff, he goes
Hard to defend the last 10 years.
Yeah, well, I mean, some of it's gonna, it's out there. I mean, but it's still, some interesting stuff. The movie, though,
actually, I rewatched Gladiator. I wanted one. I missed.
It's amazing.
I was missing some of those epic, like 90s, 80s, epic movies that Hollywood used to make outside of the comic book genre, and Gladiator is definitely one of those. I saw The Matrix.
Yeah.
What?
Nobody liked it.
Well, that's not true.
Movie. I liked it.
That's not true. I liked it. Ross hated it, and Ross judges anyone who likes it, saying he can't respect or like the people who liked it.
It has challenged me.
Ross, we got to talk, buddy.
Look, the first Matrix film is perfect.
Oh,
the
yeah.
second and third one are good,
yeah,
but they're not legendary. But then
Let me just say,
that fourth
all
one,
they had to do was make it better than 3. And it is hard not to make it better than 3.
But is that what people do? They never hold it up to they look, when they make Back to the Future 3, nobody's going, it better be better than 2. What they're looking for is it to be better than the first one. The one that set the tone.
What I'm looking for is it to be enjoyable and watchable.
Yeah.
Nothing is going to top Back to the Future.
That right
It's the
there
perfect
is
movie.
the difference between the people who hate it, wanting it to be better than the first one, which was great, and the other people who just want to continue on the ride. And I believe you refer to the member berries from South Park. It's that nostalgia of being in that world again and getting new content in that world, which I thought, and that was good. Wasn't great. It was
So
good.
there's only sequels are only good or better than the originals in video games and The Godfather. And not the third one, just the second one.
Yeah, just the second one, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows that. Station 11, that's the show.
Another movie that a lot of people are talking about is The Power of the Dog. A lot of Oscar buzz around that. Benedict Cumberbatch,
Jesse
Plemons,
Kirsten Dunst,
his wife Kirsten Dunst.
There's an odd couple.
Yeah. And then Jack saw a
Beauty
movie
and the
this
Beast.
week. This is going to make Deb's heart glow.
But he's talented.
Oh, wow. I saw 8 movies in the past 2 weeks.
And Jack said he
Me
saw.
too. Jack and I were texting about our watching habits. And I'm glad Jack liked The Matrix too, because it was entertaining. And it was better than that doggy doo-doo third movie that they did of The Matrix.
Jack watched Encanto this week and said it was an amazing movie.
I thought it was fantastic.
Love you, Jack.
Yeah, it was great.
Like, incredible.
Yeah, it was just such a solid, timely story. I think the story is so important, and then just that top level A+ animation, music. I mean, all of it. It just
Not to
worked.
mention the setting was pretty sweet.
It was pretty
Ross,
sweet.
this dog in the wedding thing, I
Let's get into that. Legally, where does she stand?
do I need insurance?
Wrong guy.
I'd like to consider myself an expert on marriage, and that's mainly from having seen thousands of them fail.
Oh, busy month for you, right?
Yeah, isn't this
What
the
not to
busiest month?
do
Yeah.
to lead to divorce. So there's a lesson here, which is right at this moment, that is your future wife's day. So, definitely you got to yield to her on that, even though it's a good comedic bit and only a good comedic bit.
Only
a good comedic bit.
Okay.
Only.
All right.
Are you watching Dexter?
I am not watching Dexter. I've
Do you have
never watched the
Showtime?
original show, really. So I feel like I missed the boat on that.
How about Yellow Jackets?
That's on the list. I watched Sunny, the new season of Sunny.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, that's my favorite comedy.
How long are you far on Succession?
Oh, that show. Cobra Kai is like a kid's show. right? I love it. I love watching it. Succession is like an adult show.
Yeah,
And
okay.
it's so-
Right, all right, there it is.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what Don't Look Up was for me. It was the separation of those two. That seemed like a kid movie as opposed to a real movie. But the other, you just said this stupid show, and I was just thinking about it.
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai, tried to watch the first episode of season 4, which dropped this week while we were off. Could not pull it off.
I haven't watched any of them.
It
was crushed in our house.
It was the 4th season?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Chris is a big fan.
Oh, and here's the thing. I am too. But man, it's like the production value of this movie or this show has gone even lower than it was before. The
Maybe
acting
you
is
weren't in the right headspace. I mean, that show, you got to kind of be ready for, it's like Saved by the Bell. You know, it's good, but it's like you have
campy.
to be in a certain headspace. It's bad good.
It's so campy.
Yeah.
But like I said, I enjoyed the first 3 seasons. It's just this first episode. And you know what? We both said to each other, my wife and I both said to each other, you know what? I just don't think we're in the mood for this right now. I think you have to be in the mood for Cobra Kai.
I think it's the same thing for Don't Look Up.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think so too. I mean, listen, his kids' films were way earlier. There were Anchorman and Talladega Nights and Ron and Step Brothers.
Yeah, and old school too, right?
Steve, have you seen Mayor of Kingstown?
No, that was the guy that did The Hangover.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner movie. But it's a series, but it's on Paramount Plus. If you have it, but it's
Todd Phillips. Todd
it's
Phillips did,
fantastic. Yeah, it's gritty, but it's good.
Jeremy Renner, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, he's having a moment. He's got a show with Carlos.
He's doing all kinds of stuff now. He's everywhere.
Anybody?
He's a multi-talented guy. When I saw him host SNL, you realize how multi-talented he is.
He is.
Steven Witcher, season 2. Witcher, have you tossed a coin to your Witcher?
Not yet. There's only so many hours in the day.
I know.
Luckily, we had a little break. I was able to catch up on some movies.
Steve, come on,
and,
Tick Tick Boom. Tick Tick Boom. Have you seen that? Tick
I
Tick
read
Boom.
some books.
Nice.
Hey, does your wife enjoy the same stuff that you do? Do you guys have the same exact kind of viewing habits and stuff?
Yeah, we met through music, and I think when people share a similar taste in music, at least in the music scene that we were in, maybe you share similar sentiments in other pop cultural things.
I would agree with that 100%. 100%.
And that's not always. And it's not always that way if you have different taste in music. I would say.
Did you see Spider-Man?
I did not.
Yeah,
because you had to go to theater, and we just weren't doing the theaters really. Everyone around us got COVID. We stayed clear, knocking on wood. But I mean, it was ridiculous. I was supposed to see people that flew in from California. Their family got it. My daughter. It was all around.
Daughter flew to London and got it in London and got stuck over there. I think she flew back today. Finally, she's been over there stuck for 6 days.
Wow.
She flies in to have a very London Christmas and tests positive the second day she's there.
Did she have to quarantine the whole time?
Yeah. Luckily, her boyfriend's sister lives there, so they had a place to hole up. I mean, could you imagine getting stuck over there, paying $300 or $400 a night for a hotel room in London, and then having to deal with that?
She paid for the plane tickets. That's a bummer.
Well, she didn't have to do that because she works for an airline.
So that makes it a little
she
bit
gets
better.
lucky there. I told her, I said, man, you got so lucky. This thing could have cost you thousands of dollars.
Yeah, that's
thousands. Right. Before we get out of here, buddy, any New Year's resolutions for the firm? Anything for you? Anything you're shooting for this year?
The same stuff. Be better, improve as a person, try to be more generous and thoughtful about other people, be a good husband, good father, be a good friend, do all those, improve on all those roles and in life, and try to be better to myself and appreciate myself more and exercise and eat well.
It's a perfect thing. I saw something yesterday that was interesting. I heard it, and it was that same kind of sentiment. Just try to be better than you were the day before.
Yeah.
Just try to do a little better than you were the day before, and it's amazing what they can do for you. But
I like that idea because, you live in a community of people, but you also live in a community of yourself. You have to live with all the versions of yourself, the ones in the past and the ones in the in the future, and you've got to live in that community. So that's where karma can come back to bite you. I mean, if you're a SOB, eventually you're living in a community of you.
Yeah. But I got to tell you too, and and I think you're completely accurate. And as I get a little bit older, I think that gets a little more difficult because, especially if you're introspective, you look back and kind of go over the things in your life that maybe you're not so proud of or whatever, and then you look at the causes of those things. It really makes you kind of reconsider who and where you are and what your goal is in life.
Well, and I always appreciate that about you. You're a pretty self-aware person, and that's one of those things I appreciate about you is that you're one of those people who really tries to grow.
Well, I appreciate that. I do. I think we all hear the show. I think everybody
I would
here
tend to agree, actually.
that we are all exactly the same. We're all trying to just be a little better than we were the day before. Buddy, listen.
That's all you can do.
I got to tell you, it's been a complete pleasure. It was a bit of a surprise today. I didn't know if we were going to be able to pull it off and get you on board, but it's good seeing you, buddy. Happy New Year to you and the
Happy
family.
New Year to you
and
guys.
Look forward to another year talking to you, man. I really do.
Absolutely.
All right, buddy, be good. There he is, Stephen Kramer,
All right.
One Firm for Life. Office is up in Altamont. He can do anything for you guys. If you have questions about divorce, you just heard him. Estate planning, everything in between. He can damn sure take care of you. Again, that's onefirmforlife.com. Stephen, take care. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week, buddy.
All right. See you guys. Happy New Year.
All right, 407-916-1041. Back with last call right after this.
Or make it funny. Just make it good. Get on board now for last call on the Jim Colbert Show. 407-916-1041.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And our weather pattern over the next several days featuring high temperatures in the lower 70s, a continuation of this cooler air, but it's pretty seasonal. Our normal high is 72. There's also a chance for a couple of stray showers through Friday. Tonight down to 59. Can't rule out some fog late. Tomorrow the high 73 degrees. 71 on Thursday and 73 again on Friday. Building toward 80 degrees, though, by the weekend. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Walt Disney World.jobs.
Walt Disney World Resort is hosting an in-person Disney Central Call Center job fair on January 20th. Apply in advance for Sales and Solutions Specialist and Resort Sales Associate, and you could earn a $1,500 hiring bonus. Visit waltdisneyworld.jobs/job fair to apply today.
Hey, man, that ding-dong doorbell company did it again. This time their cloud service went down, and that rendered all their security devices useless. Also affected a lot of other apps and customers on the internet, not only disrupting lives, also compromising security. That's why SafeTouch's security has been warning customers for this possibility for many, many years. Not only do they listen to your conversations, spy on your cameras, and sell your personal info, now they're shutting down your security devices and multiple apps inside your home. Like SafeTouch has said for years, do not trust DIY security devices. Don't do it. You have pros that offer great services. SafeTouch is one of those, and they do a great job. Matter of fact, you can join thousands of SafeTouch customers that have made that smart choice. Get that exclusive SafeTouch two-way communicator and know that you have the fastest response possible by emergency authorities. Let me say that again. Possible. I've experienced it over and over. Simply amazing stuff. Those cameras alert you by text or video notification at the first sign of trouble. No system is complete without that SafeTouch crash and smash technology and that guaranteed response time. Just call SafeTouch and get your family that halo of protection I've enjoyed for many, many years. Ring in the new year with SafeTouch and not the ding-dong doorbell company at safetouch.com. State license EF233.
It's the new year, and guess what? I'm in hot water. Hey, it's RC Hill here from RC Hill, Mitsubishi, and DeLand. My sales are frozen. So this month, I've cooked up the craziest icebreaker ever. Right now, I'm paying way over appraised value for any car, regardless of make, model, miles, or even condition. If you owe $2,000, $4,000, or even $7,000 more than it's worth, I still want it. Plus, with my dealer next door credit approval process, you could skate home for just $8 down. We've got the banks to break the ice with lower rates and smaller payments. You can drive a car that's twice as nice. Come see me at RC Hill Mitsubishi. Check out the new Mirage 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. And introducing the all-new 2022 Outlander in stock and ready for delivery. For your peace of mind, we provide a lifetime limited warranty. So dump that old ride you hate, and you can drive for $8. But hurry, this deal will melt away fast. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. See details at rchill.com.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents.
And Doug.
Don't you just love the smell of old books?
Shh, this is a library.
Sorry, ma'am. We're looking for a book titled Liberty Mutual Customizes Your Car Insurance so you only pay for what you need.
I don't think we carry that, but check nonfiction.
He really does devour literature.
Please leave.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
One day you're serving in the military, and then the next day you come home and you're dealing with an injury.
Britton is in recovery from an addiction to prescription opioids.
My opioid misuse and need got so strong. Addiction is hard. You're not going to fix it on your own. You have to reach out for help. The recovery side of it is amazing. You get to a place where you're proud of yourself again.
If you or someone you know is struggling, there is hope. Recovery is possible. Visit cdc.gov/RxAwareness.
Kick off the year and say hello to fast and reliable internet from Xfinity for only $20 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And score 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. That's incredible speed at an amazing value, so you can keep new resolutions going strong. Plus, ask how to get $300 back and a 5G phone on us when you add Xfinity Mobile to your Xfinity Internet during the Xfinity Hello 2022 sales event. Don't wait. Switch today. Go to Xfinity.com/sale, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Ends 1/10/22. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Compares Xfinity's Connect Internet and Superfast Internet with mobile discount.
Checkers has had some pretty big deals in the past, but 2 big Bufords for just $7? This deal isn't just big, it's Buford-nomical. Cause with double the juicy beef patties, double the cheese, double the fixins, and double the delicious for just $7, big just isn't gonna cut it. Get 2 Buford-nomical Big Bufords for just $7. After all, you've earned it. Only at Checkers.
In the time before AT&T fiber internet. What? What are you doing in me dungeon?
It's the only place where the bloody Wi-Fi works.
Oh, and you don't mind the spiders?
Spiders? What spiders? Oh no, they're everywhere! Oh!
In the time after AT&T fiber internet.
It's nice having fast, reliable Wi-Fi in the whole house.
For sure.
The dawn of a better internet era with AT&T fiber.
Limited availability in select areas. Check eligibility at att.com/getfiber. AT&T Smart Wi-Fi extenders may be required. Sold separately. Restrictions apply.
Take a break from the flame war. Your racist brother-in-law isn't going anywhere. Real Radio Orlando on Facebook. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Song in an eon. The Great Wall of Voodoo.
Oh, yeah.
I say great.
It was a great song.
Yeah. I say great, like Don't Look Up was great. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. We have 3 lines open for last call, 3. So hop on board and say something funny. Call back from the program. Maybe something you have planned for 2022, something you'd like to see the show do in 2022, anything like that. We'll do that here in just a second. Again, 3 lines open now, 407-916-1041. We'll do last call in about 3 minutes or so. Let's see, coming up tomorrow, we start the year off again with Scott Maxwell. And, of course, we'll have Animal House tomorrow. Who's in with us for Animal
We're
House?
going to talk to Dino with the Central Florida Zoo.
Yeah.
It's time for their monthly visit.
They had a gigantic season this year.
Oh, yeah.
A gigantic season.
Well, those lanterns.
That lantern thing went bananas, by the way. I mean, it was crazy. Did you guys see any Facebook action on that? Like any social on that?
Yeah.
Nope. Oh, yeah. I saw, I guess it's just my feed or whatever. I saw tons of people out there taking pictures of those lanterns. I bet the traffic was crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's great news for the zoo because like so many other places, they really suffered during the lockdown of 2020. They're still trying to get their financial legs back underneath them. And this Asian Lantern Festival helps the zoo, remain the zoo in Central Florida.
Immensely. The other thing about that is I don't know what it costs to bring that there or what kind of cut they have. I'm sure they have a co-op deal or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's got to be good for them because not only does it get people out there to see the property, because a lot of people think maybe they visited the zoo a few years back, maybe 8 or 10 years ago,
right.
And it wasn't run by Dino. It didn't have the right provenance, and people weren't like it didn't look the same. I will tell you, the zoo is way different than it was even 10 years ago.
It's the same difference as someone who went to the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex in the 1990s and thinks they know what the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex has to offer now.
That's a great comparison.
They're two completely different places.
Yeah, because you don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
And the same goes with the Central Florida Zoo, so we'll talk to Dino tomorrow.
Very good. Who do we have to thank today?
Well, we want to thank NaomiBradshaw.com for bringing Tracing Trauma to us today, and attorney Stephen Kramer, OneFirmForLife.com.
Always, for sure. By the way, if you want to check out any of the stuff we have online, JimColbertLive.com. If you missed any part of the show today, we had a good one today, a good first show of the year. Missed any of that, JimColbertLive.com. You can podcast all the programs, and we do break those down into certain segments, whether it be Steven's segment, Animal House, whether it be What'd You Do That's New, any of those things, Ross Thoughts. It's all broken up where you can just kind of consume those if you want as well.
I'm going to be doing stand-up on the 21st and 22nd out at Theater West End, which is in downtown Sanford.
Very nice, dude.
Yeah. It's this really awesome, cute, adorable, perfect for a date night, little black box venue, 21st, 22nd of this month, Sanford.
All right, write that down. Tickets available now?
Yes, you can go to theaterwestend.com, or you can go to my Facebook page or my Instagram profile.
Get that for sure. Do you know who you're working with yet?
Not yet.
All right, very good. All right, Jack, we had 2 gigantic Twitter polls today, buddy.
We did. It's at Jim Colbert Show on Twitter. Make your New Year's resolution to follow us there and vote in the polls. We like to talk about the results at the very end, just like right now. Who is the bigger celebrity death between Dan Reeves, Harry Reid, and Desmond Tutu? All died within the same week. The winner is?
Tutu.
It's got to be Tutu.
It's got to be Tutu. 64% say Tutu. 26% coming in with?
Betty White.
Dan Reeves. Betty White wasn't on the poll.
But I still had to represent.
No, we know John Madden and Betty White are big. We were trying to see who was the third. So it's 26% say Dan Reeves, and then just 10% voted Harry Reid. The other poll was who has bigger sexual kinks.
Now, we may actually talk about this a little bit tomorrow because I've got a bad feeling about this poll.
Jim assumed it was men.
I did assume it was men because I'm correct.
Ross called him on that.
Okay.
I said it's going to be women.
Well, men did not have... men came in under 50% with 48%, but only 22% for women. 30% said it's even.
Really?
Yeah.
It is not even. That is grossly incorrect. No evidence states that it's even. Not even a little bit. Dudes are worse. They want the kinkiest stuff. They want by far. I bet it's 100 to 1. 100 to 1 of women that like the stuff that dudes like.
Well, no, you can't say it like that. Your kink is your kink.
I know, but let me ask you a question. How many women do you think order dirty dudes' underwear? That's what I'm talking about. That kind of human being.
Well, okay.
Oh, we got to get out of here already? Oh, son of a bitch. We'll do one. Eric, last call.
Hey, Jim, if the tag company would have put your notice in a can somewhere in Orlando, we all would have found out about it.
Bitch.
I'm glad you took that as the last call. That was awesome.
Robert, last call. Hurry.
Thank you, Eric.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
All right, very good. All right. Let's get out of here. On behalf of Jack, Deb, and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the monsters in the morning. After us, Tom and Dave with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We will see you tomorrow at 3